non-league business. We're at 3 games in the top flight and 3 matches in the Championship. I will bring you all the goal news from right across the country on Open All Mics.
On digital radio,
FM,
online at BBC Sports Scotland,
your smart speaker,
and on BBC Sounds.
This is Sports Sound from BBC Radio Scotland.
There's no substitute.
Welcome to Open All Mics on BBC Radio Scotland. Michael Stewart will come to you first. There's a minute silence ahead of kick-off at Easter Road.
Yeah, there's some minute silence for Alec Edwards, who played for Hibs during the 70s and won the League Cup then as well. And there were some pictures on the big screens beforehand. Some of his old teammates. I saw John Brownlee was up there as well, just talking about Alec Edwards, who'd passed away just during the week there. So there'll be a minute silence for him.
Yeah, the club remembering a great player there, no doubt at all about that. We can see the pictures coming into our studio here. Tom English and Leanne Crichton alongside me, the guys out at the grounds. Let's get to the game at Fir Park. Stephen, you can speak freely now that Stuart Kettlewell is not by your side. What are your thoughts? Because there has been quite a bit of criticism from Motherwell fans in recent weeks, Stephen.
Kenny, there has been, and some of it is warranted with regard style of play. And I know Stuart was trying to deflect away from that, and I understand that he's going to protect his players, he's going to protect himself. It hasn't been great at times, and the reason why I'm saying that is because prior to that, in early parts of the season, it was good to watch, and they were going through midfield and they were chipping balls into striker. I just felt as if, because they've had a couple of setbacks, it's been no risk football. Whether that's the tactic or the message coming from the management team, that's what the players were doing, basically flicking it up and kicking it as far away as you could, rather than trying to play that extra pass and give the strikers something to play with. They brought in Apostolos to model up with, someone who's got a good goal-scoring pedigree, yet he doesn't get many chances because he's always having to battle with centre-halves to win the ball early as opposed to getting the ball into his feet. He hasn't really one-on-ones or good balls fizzed across the box. So I think you have to find the balance, and I just felt as if those 3 games that Motherwell had lost, they hadn't found the balance, and they hadn't found the balance last Saturday, but everybody goes quiet because they win. That's the difference. Of course, winning keeps everybody quiet, but ultimately you still want to see good football. I know Rory touched on last week briefly about Paul McGinn missing. Paul McGinn's huge because he's so different than the other 3 centre-halves that we have in view today. He can step into the game, he can play in midfield, he's good in the ball, he wants to play short, he wants to play link football. The 3 centre-halves they have today are robust, strong, and are good in the air and good physically.
Did you think it was interesting when Tom picked him up and why he had put together that stat? It's interesting, is it? You felt he did want to come out and defend himself today.
Well, sometimes you like to check, are you doing something right? You start to doubt yourself slightly and you think, am I doing something? How are we doing? And then he's went and had a look at it.
A goal kick.
It's a goal.
Yep.
It's a goal for Falkirk. Oh, the fans behind that goal going absolutely crazy. Ball down the right-hand side. Great skills from Agaman. Gets it back, and it's Ross McIver who knocks it into the net from just 6 or 7 yards. Falkirk ahead. Just before that, United had a chance at the other end. The header was just over the crossbar from Jay Henderson. But it is at Somerset Park. United 0.
What a start!
Yes!
Lovely football, Kenny, passing through midfield, playing it wide. Somebody jumped over in the middle of the 18-yard box. It was nothing about long ball football. It was total football, fizzed in, right-hand side. Was it Maswanisi got the final touch? I think it might have been Maswanisi. There was a culmination of bodies.
So Motherwell scored. See the fans going crazy.
1-0 to the home side. What a blistering start. Stuart Kettlewell will be delighted sitting in the stand.
I'm just waiting for a replay come in here, Stephen. What a start for Motherwell. Stuart Kettlewell, very bullish. He was live at the top of Sports Sound today.
It's the Masterlopoulos.
It's the Masterlopoulos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I just wondered if he was marginally offside. I'm going to get a look at it here. Craig's just in the replay. Oh no, that's a defender, literally a yard from goal.
Onside,
it's onside. It's onside. Good play, lovely build up. Relentless, good numbers in and around the box just to back it up and make sure it ends up in the back of the net.
What a start
Really
for
good
Motherwell.
start.
That goal coming after just 1 minute, and also Falkirk ahead in the second minute, 1-0 up away to Ayr United. Let's continue then around the grounds. St Johnstone against St Mirren. I think it's fair to say we're expecting goals here this afternoon, particularly looking at that home line-up, Alan.
I'm expecting goals, Kenny. None yet. St Mirren for the better of the opening 2.5 minutes. Have had a lot of the ball. But St Johnstone, they're sort of playing Sidibe's the furthest one up, just trying to look in, and Kim Pioka's playing just behind him with Mackenzie Kirk on the right. and Nicky Clark in the hole. So 4 attacking players for them, but St Mirren with a great start so far. The cross comes in, easy save for the keeper. 0-0 at McDermott Park, 3 minutes in the clock.
Hamilton Accies 1, Queen's Park 0. Stephen Bradley would open there after 3 minutes. So early goals in Scotland this afternoon. Let's get to Easter Road, just underway there, Michael.
Ross County are through, and oh my word, what a save! What a save! Run right through the middle of the park. Chilvers, I don't know if the defender gets a touch to begin with as well. O'Hara was going across, but Smith in the goals, I don't know whether it was a hand or whether it was his body, but he's been able to stick it behind for the corner kick. That was a huge moment.
It's literally just a punt up the park,
Yeah.
isn't it? A punt up the park,
Samuels
a flick on with
wins
the
the
header.
header.
So soft in the 1v1 duel defensively. Big chance, big save.
Yeah, fantastic chance there. And
Oh, it's off the post!
Yeah,
It's in! Ross County have scored.
Oh, wow.
I mean, brutal defending from the first instance, as you heard the guys in the studio talking about.
Oh my God.
And then from the corner kick. I mean,
That's Keystone Cups.
2 free headers.
Wow.
2 free headers.
2 free headers and 2 free players literally unmarked standing inside the 6-yard box as the ball's bobbing around.
A lot of early goals so far, and I tell you, that is just the exact opposite of what everyone has just been talking about. David Gray's shouting onto the park. I think it's Jack Iredale's shouting across as if to say, it wasn't anything to do with him. But the build-up, as Leanne and Tom were talking about in the studio, it's a pump. It's a simple thump up the park from Akil Wright, and then Samuels wins the first header against Bashiri, and then Chilvers gets a flick on past Iredale, and O'Hara, who's the right side, has something to charge across to the other side of the park to try and make a block. A back three in place, which has been better on this occasion inside the first 2 minutes. Terrible defending.
Kenny, we'll have a VAR check for a penalty, possible penalty for Dundee United. Ball was fizzed in from the left-hand side. Louis Malt got across. I wasn't sure if it was Liam Gordon. It looked as if there was a little bit of a coming together. Nick Walsh was looking right at it and just ignored it. But Greg Aiken is having a look, and it's been delayed for about a minute.
There's going to be an offside check at Easter Road as well, Michael.
That's so tight, isn't it?
It's pretty tight. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Just looking for a replay at Fir Park as well, if we can get a
I've
look
just
at
seen
this
the referee
penalty
with
shout.
his hand.
He's coming across for a look.
All right, okay.
Do you know what's interesting? Louis Malt went down, and Louis Malt jumped up right away and got on with play. Normally players' reactions are all about it. They look at the ref. Louis Malt just got up and played on normally, but Nick Walsh is over to have a look. This could be a blistering start here at Fir Park. I would imagine it's going to be a penalty kick with him going across. That tends to be the opinion.
Yeah, and check's still ongoing at Easter. My goodness, Leanne, that's tight,
yeah,
isn't it?
His arm is clearly offside there, Kenny, looking at it. Eli Campbell.
His upper body's leaning forward, isn't he?
Yeah, it is going to be really tight.
Penalty kick.
Right, penalty kick. So what a start at Fir Park. Potentially an opening goal for Ross County. We're waiting that check there. Just seeing the picture of your chance. It's not a great
at Fir Park.
A
foul, it looks like. I don't know.
Yeah. So penalty given there.
See when it takes this long.
Yep.
This is not what I think VAR should be used.
This is not clear and obvious.
But I mean, obviously,
you've got to get it right, haven't you, for a goal?
Yeah, but it's definitive for offside. But the point is this in the spirit of the game? I don't think so. It's goal. It's a goal. It's given.
It's not factual. I've not seen it, but it's not factual.
It's a goal at Easter Road.
Right, Elijah Campbell, that goal after 3 minutes. Hibs 0, Ross County 1. The defending leading up to that corner was dreadful.
Right. It's a red card, Kenny.
Right, Chick.
Big moment here at Ayr United. Ayr United in a long ball through the middle. They're going to chase it. It's George Oakley chasing it. The only man behind him and the goalkeeper was Luke Graham, and from my perspective he clearly handled the ball, knocked up his arm. He's been denied a clear scoring opportunity. He's been red carded, and it's a free kick to Ayr United outside the box.
Stephen Craigan.
Yeah, it's an equalising goal for Dundee United. Kevin Holt went up. Aston Oxford made himself big to the left-hand side. Holt rolled the ball right down the middle, and it's 1-1 after 6.5 minutes.
That has been absolutely crazy, hasn't it? I mean, what a start.
Here's Chilvers into the box. He's going through. He's having a shot. Oh, deflected behind for a corner. Again, simple ball up the line from Ross County. Samuels does brilliant against Bashiri. 1v1, holds it up, slips it back to Chilvers, and he's able to drive into the box without any real pressure.
So soft, Mikey. Like we spoke about beforehand about Hibs making just catastrophic
possible
defensive
handball,
mistakes.
penalty check.
Oh, right. Oh, here we go. This is.
That's his hand by his side.
Hand is by his side.
It's far enough out, no?
Certainly that angle, I don't know.
Penalty.
Never write it off. Never write it off.
No penalty.
There's no more threshold. It's just, I mean, you heard Stuart Kettlewell saying before the game, he just wishes he could get back to the clean decision making in the early start stages of the season.
Penalty by the way.
We did. Right, okay, so we're just gathering ourselves after that frantic start.
Hibs are absolutely getting pulverised there.
Yeah.
Miles off it.
Right, okay, so let's look at the latest scores across the country, because that was a frantic period of play. A couple of goals have also gone in the lower league. So let's go right back to our first goal. Ayr United 0, Falkirk 1, Ethan Ross after 2 minutes. Motherwell 1, Dundee United 0. Stamatopoulos with that goal, but as we've been hearing, they had just been equalised in the penalty spot for United. Hamilton Accies 1, Queen's Park 0, Stephen Bradley after 3 minutes. We have got Hibs 0, Ross County 1 after that long VAR check. Elijah Campbell the goal on 3 minutes. Spartans 1, Clyde 0, Forfar 1, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Peterhead 1, East Fife 0. Kieran Shanks with that goal. What about the fans there then, Michael? Is it a decent turnout today?
Kenny?
Yeah, check, sorry.
Sorry, this has been bedlam here. I'm sorry to cut across you, Michael.
Okay.
It's as we know, it's 1-0 to Falkirk. He scored in 2 minutes, but this bedlam, this sending off's been utterly bizarre. Luke Graham has a red card, deliberate handball when Oakley had challenged him and was getting through, so he's denied a clear goal scoring opportunity. He's red carded. They argued the case, he wouldn't go off for a long time. Eventually it's settled, and now John McGlynn has made a change. Called Donaldson has come off and he's sacrificed Calvin Miller to reinforce his defence. So it's all there for Ayr United to get themselves right back into this. For the majority of the game, they're going to be playing 10 men.
Yeah, that could be a big Moment. Livingston piling the pressure on the leaders Falkirk last night with a terrific win against Partick Thistle. Liam was there, Michael was there. It was a magical performance, I felt, from Livingston last night. The style of football at times was really good, not what we saw certainly last season, but Davy Martindale explained the thinking behind that. What's happening, Alan Preston at McDermott Park?
St Mirren have had the majority of the play so far, looking very good. They're on the attack again. Here's a ball, here's a chance, he's through. Goal! Is it going to be a goal for St Mirren? It looked a really good goal. Phillips, I think it is, with the run through. Lovely play. Starts on the left-hand side, cut through that St Johnstone defence, and it's a wonderful finish under the keeper.
Big claims for an offside, right enough, Alan, but we'll get another look at it. But
well, the assistant didn't give it, but it will be obviously checked. Very tight, wonderful move. St Mirren does have to be ahead at the moment, and it's exactly what we're saying. St Johnstone might have all the attacking players they want, it's defensively where they're poor. And that's the problem that they've got. Really good move by St Mirren.
It was nice build-up play, moved it really well. Defence split and pass, although you wonder how they managed to play, because the entirety of the back four's in place and the ball's literally gone between the two central defenders. 3 central defenders. Oh, he's going to be offside, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, he's just.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no, he's not. He's on. He's on. Player in the near side.
He's okay.
He's well out of line. Yeah, well out of line. Yeah, playing the near side, Alan. Yeah. Tight closest to you.
2 yards deeper.
It's a lovely little ball in, isn't it?
Beautiful play by St Mirren.
Yeah, I think it's Nielsen that's played him on, Al.
The 3 players essentially try to play offside, and he's a couple of yards deeper.
Right, Liverpool 0, Fulham 1. Pereira with opening goal there on 11 minutes. But what a dramatic start in Scotland this afternoon. It's been electric through there at Fir Park, Stephen Craigan. End-to-end stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of settled down a little bit now, Kenny. I have to admit to a mistake. It was actually Sam Dalby who scored the penalty kick, not Kevin Holt. They're both left-footed, so that was a little change on that. That's his 7th goal in 9 games, so what a signing he's been.
Yep.
However, the tempo of the game's still there. I thought both sides might have tried to feel each other out early on, but sometimes the early goal just forces the issue a little bit, and that's exactly the case. So both teams, when they get the ball, they're trying to get forward, they're moving forward again. Andy Halliday and Harry Payton, oh, good interception, good tackle. So I think we're in for a good afternoon. After 12 minutes, it's 1-1.
Dalby now leading scorer in the league.
Is he?
Sam Dalby, yeah, 7 as Stephen says, 7 goals in 9 games. That makes him top scorer.
I think it took him a while before he got off the mark as well, Tom.
Yeah, I think it's 5 or 6 games without a goal, and he's just been rifling them in ever since. A couple of penalties in there, well, that's fine.
Is he on loan?
Yeah, he's on loan from Wrexham.
Yeah.
I've heard Rory talking about him a few times, Rory Law, and he speaks about the presence of John Daly in kind of similar style, but I've looked at all his goals. He's a poacher.
Yeah.
Out with his 2 penalties, Tom. his other 5 goals have came from 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
anticipates things well. He's proactive. He's always on the move as opposed to just being a battering ram.
Yeah,
You like him, Rory, don't you?
Boy.
Yeah, I do like him. I think he feeds well into what Dundee United are, and I think they're a team of strong runners, good athletes. They're all decent players, but I don't think I think they're a jack of all trades team, Dundee United. I don't think you could pinpoint one strength that they've got that you would look at and say they're absolutely brilliant at that, but I don't think they've got many weaknesses either. So, all that comes together, and Dalby is the pinpoint of the attack. You've got Lucas Stevenson, who's a really good runner, makes good timed runs into the box. Will Ferry on the other side's got a good delivery. They've got good competition in the midfield. So, like I said, they're very good all over the park.
What's happening in your game, Rory? Wraith Rovers against Dunfermline?
I have to say I've much enjoyed the coverage on the radio so far than I have the first 12 minutes of this match. It's been pretty scrappy. The crowds, I think this fixture flies under the radar slightly in terms of the Falkirk and Dunfermline gets built up. But this is a great fixture, and the fans are, there's a lot of people inside this stadium, but there hasn't been a lot of quality at all. Matty Todd had a strike which was well held. Blues Jameson up the other end the same. So still 0-0, Kenny.
Queen of the South 1, Stennismuir 0. Reece Lyon with the goal on 12 minutes. Gully Singh is watching Airdrie against Morton. Any goalmouth action there for you, Gully?
Kenny, the closest thing so far, Lewis McGrattan. He hit the post for Airdrie. It was a corner, found him free at the back post, unmarked, and he took a swipe at it with his left foot. It just connected at close distance there with the post. Not really enough to trouble the keeper, though. He got his hands to it, but other than that, it's been quite poor so far. But Airdrie with the best chance so far.
Anything at all? Yeah.
Sorry, can I ask, Tom, just going to ask you, Tom, obviously Aberdeen AGM this week, Conor Barron, still not settled. What would you pay for him? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know. What are they looking for? About $500,000?
How does the system work, Alan?
Well, it's quite comfortable. If someone's leaving a Scottish club to go to a German club or an English club, it's all set in stone by FIFA. But because it's two clubs in the same country, it's done internally by the country. And we've had this before with Lewis Ferguson leaving Hamilton, going to Aberdeen. I think they've got him for about 250,000.
Yeah.
Hamilton were wanting $1 million for him, I think. And then the first one was Charlie Telfer, left Rangers to go to Dundee United, and again that cost about 225,000. Now Barron was older, more experience, so I don't know how they even set it up to work it out. But
I know Aberdeen are very frustrated, very frustrated.
Months.
Yeah, it's been a ridiculously long period of time.
They could go right through, I think, to a tribunal and all the rest of it. I was actually the first player to move under that ruling, actually.
Right.
When I moved from Kilmarnock to Rangers, it came in. So I think it took a wee while for the figure to be set, but it's based on the amount of time and money. So, for example, I've grown up in Stranraer. I had to move to Kilmarnock. They had to fund me to live in Kilmarnock, etc. With a family, I was in digs and things. They take everything into consideration, and they come up with a figure that they feel is fair based on the money the club have put into the players' development.
There's an injury here at Hibs at Ross County defender, I think it's Elijah Campbell. There was a really good ball in from Cadden, whipped across the defence, and it looked for a split second as if Junior Hoylett maybe would have got on it at the back post. And at the moment, Elijah Campbell is down. Looks as if he was holding his knee, and I'm just going to wait and see what comes from it. He's getting treatment on the park here.
What sort of atmosphere is in there at the moment, Michael?
There's a lot of noise from the Block 7, the famous upside down banner crowd behind the goals. But apart from that, I mean, it's all right. But I mean, you can see the pictures, I'm sure, coming into the studio. It's not exactly a full house. Obviously, the away fans are in behind the goals on their own.
Dressed up.
Yeah, there's a few Santas in there. There's probably a couple of hundred of them, and the rest of the stand's empty. And the other stands there's quite a few empty seats in amongst there as well.
Michael, do you think the Hibs players, I know they had a good performance against Aberdeen at home where they got a draw, but do you think the Hibs players, you would rather play away from home at this moment in time? Do you think the expectation of playing at Easter Road they're finding difficult?
Well, it's funny you say that, because I'm pretty sure I saw comments from Triantis during the week there talking about how they actually relish the pressure. And
doesn't seem like it.
No, it certainly doesn't. But maybe they're just trying to talk positively on the back of a few not bad performances.
All the good performances out with Aberdeen, Michael, have came. I know they beat 3-0 last week, but a lot of people saying they did fine. Ibrox, they played relatively well. They get 3-0 win at Motherwell. Seem to be more comfortable away from home, away from the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, look, the good performances have been few and far between. I've got to say, Chilvers is driving at the box again. He's laid it for Randall on the edge. He's had the strike, and it's deflected past the post. Chilvers has started this game very well. He's playing in behind Alex Samuel at the top end of the park, and he's picked the ball up on a good number of occasions. Loads of space, driving into the box. He's causing Hibs all sorts of problems. And Ross County 1-0 up inside the first 16 minutes here, and they're well and truly on top. Hibs are got nothing at the moment. Short corner, 2v1, nobody's coming out. Ball into the box, flick behind for another corner. Hibs are all over the place.
Down in England, Liverpool 0, Fulham 1. Andy Robertson sent off for Liverpool for tripping a player, so a bit of strife there for the Scotland defender. Michael, there's a long way to go in this game. Hibs could turn things around. If they don't, if you were a fan there today, where would you be directing your anger? Where does the blame lie for this malaise at Hibernian Football Club?
It's the same again, a short corner, 2v1 now out on the edge of the box. They've got 3v2, ball in, dangerous ball! Whoa, strike! What a save! Tell you, these are simple things. It's another short corner, they're 2v1, and then you had, I think it was wee Joshua Nisbet that goes across to the edge of the box, the corner, to get the ball, and then they're the 3v2. Again, another short corner. The crowd are booing here. This is schoolboy stuff.
This is incompetent
stuff. It's schoolboy stuff.
Kenny, it has to be the question asked. Ross
County
have not won an away game.
Whoa, I tell you, this is absolutely incredible. 3 corners in a row, and they've allowed them to take 2v1 short corners and throw easy balls into the box where they've had a strike on goal that had to get saved. They just had a free header at the back post that almost led to a shot, and the other one was another shot from the edge of the box that had to get flicked behind by a header from another corner.
Is this in the manager? Is this in the manager today? Because we can talk about signings, but look at the comparative budgets. Should he be setting his team up better than this, David Gray?
Look, I've spoken it a million times, and you just asked the question, if you're a Hibs supporter, where should your ire be directed?
Yeah.
It's at the board. That's it.
It's everywhere.
It's at the board. Yes, they could be doing better, but this is a manifestation of the mismanagement. That's it. Simple.
They're giving the ball away, Mike. This is just players passing it to the heads have gone. These guys aren't good enough.
There's no heart. Alan, what you want to come into this, Alan?
That said, Ross County haven't won an away game in 14 months. September of 23 they beat Kilmarnock. That was the last time they won an away game.
They've scored 1 away goal this season.
Yeah, but it's not to say they're going to win today. There's still a long way to go. But what I'm saying is it's a long time. County stay in the league by getting points at home, not away from home.
Ross County are going to have to make a substitution here. Elijah Campbell, who I was just saying before had to go down, he's going to be coming off, and it looks as if Ryan Leake will be coming on to that left side of the back three for Ross County. Leake's just getting stripped at the moment, but obviously Don Kelly will be hoping that doesn't disrupt things too much.
Surely the manager has to be accountable to an extent.
Yeah, it has to be.
He's the manager of the team. Yeah. They're still decent players. I mean, he played well against Motherwell, he played well against Celtic, he played well against Aberdeen, and people were quite happy to say, look at David Gray, he's got the tune out of the players, he's doing great. Then they lose, and it's the players' fault, it's the board's fault. Surely the manager has some sort of responsibility.
The smallest thing, Craigs, seems to... I've watched them a couple of times now. I watched them at Tannadice, and they were the better team for the first 20-25 minutes. Ekpetita then plays the ball out the pitch, and that one mistake, the whole thing just collapsed like a house of cards, and they looked so nervous, so vulnerable, and a completely different side. So it doesn't take much. People make these comments after games, we showed great character, and people think they're cliched and throwaway. Well, Hibs are an example of a side who can't show character when they're under duress.
And they always say as well, Rory, we're waiting to the summer, we've got 16 out. Then that happened the year before. When does that stop?
I know, but to be fair, on paper today, 11v11, like the Hibs are not a worse team than what they're up against this afternoon.
No.
And they look at times as if it's 9v11. They're that outmatched defensively, set pieces, organisation, responsibilities, accountability. There's none of that happening on the pitch right now. So either there's been an...
I think that key word, Leanne, organisation. You can accuse the players of many things. But if they're not organised, that's not the players' fault.
No, I know. That's my point,
That's
Craig.
where the manager's responsibility comes in. You have to make sure, worst case scenario, they're organised.
It's not good housekeeping if you've got 16 players out at one time. Well, you can't turn that over all the time and expect to have success. You just can't. 2 or 3 at a time.
But these look, first of all, Craigs, you're going on about if they're not organised properly. I said it at the start, and Kenny's going, is there an identity? No, there isn't, because they're scrapping. They're trying to find something to get a result, which they have in the last few weeks.
Yeah, but I'm talking the 2v1 for set plays.
But what
that should be on the board. That's basic. 2v1 for set play.
Yeah, fair enough. But equally, there's been 3 in a row. How about one of the players switches on and goes, by the way, I better get and get help there. They're taking another short corner. They almost scored for the last one. I better get out and stop that. They literally have stood and watched 3 in a row. And as much as I agree that before the game that should be discussed, short corner, you're the second one out. How about one of those players that's standing 10 yards away actually moves their backside and goes out and helps? This team is the one thing that I've criticised all along. There isn't any characters. They're devoid of characters. That's not down to the manager. That's down to the club as a whole, who have recruited them all. Yes, the manager deserves criticism, but a lot of this runs so much deeper. Alan's talking about 16 players. You wouldn't want to keep any of those 16. So,
no, you wouldn't, Michael, but there's not a club nowadays where 16 players should be out at the same time.
Exactly, yes. And in principle, what you're talking about is spot on. But Hibs at the moment, everything that is a problem here runs far deeper than just a manager. It is so much deeper than that.
Right, Spartans 2, Clyde 0, Cammy Russell with a second goal on 20 minutes. Forfar 2, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Matty Allen on 21 minutes. That's you up to date with all the latest scores. Let's bounce around the grounds. What's happening at third part? Yeah, you go, Chick.
No, I'm just going to say there was a great chance for what came out of nothing, actually. Jamie Murphy switched to the left side, jinked inside and rattled a shot, which I thought was getting into the far post beyond Nicky Hogarth, but it rattled the post, came out, and Falkirk, who are under the cosh, down to 10 men, remember, are really getting away with it at the moment. United have turned on. They had a goal to 0 down, remember. Ross scored after just 2 minutes, but it's Ayr United are right into this game, and that was a close call.
Right, let's stay in the Championship before we get back to the Premiership grounds. Rory Loy, what's happening? Starts Park.
It's very scrappy. Both teams look like they just want to battle and fight, and it's turned into that type of game in the midfield. There's a lot going on. Lewis McCann looks the player to me, and any time I see Lewis McCann, I think he's really good. Entertaining to watch. He cut inside and shot. There's a really, really good save, I have to say, from Dabrowski, and the follow-up was as well, as Matty Todd rushed in to try and sweep it into the net. But a lot of the games we've played in midfield, a lot of mistakes, and the players look a little bit nervous, a lot on the line in terms of where they are in the league and the big crowd that's in. So it hasn't been a great spectacle so far. Ken, there's been a couple of half chances, but nothing much to report on the game. It's 0-0.
Gully Singh, I think it's fair to say you weren't expecting a classic when you headed out to watch Airdrie against Morton this afternoon.
Yes, Kenny, I think we've got pretty much what we expected. I have to reiterate what Rory has just said. They're not much in the way of a spectacle there, but Airdrie, just on the break about a few minutes ago there, couldn't actually tell who it was, but the player cut in, took a shot, wasn't enough to trouble the keeper. Again, it was 14 minutes or so on the clock. Lewis McGrattan hit the post, but other than that, it's been fairly poor display. It was some dominance there in the opening period from Greenock, Morton, but nothing so far as to mention in terms of a shot on target. But Airdrie will be encouraged at least by the opening 25 minutes here.
Right, we've heard from Michael at Easter Road. Stephen Craigan's at Fir Park, Motherwell against Dundee United. What's happening, Stephen?
It's kind of lost its way a little bit, the game, and I'm not too sure if it's because both sides are cancelling each other out. There's decent build-up play, but that lack of cutting edge, that lack of imagination possibly in the final third to try and break down both back threes. Both sides are gone very, very similar today, 3-5-2. You look at the centre forwards of Motherwell, smaller, diminutive, not as quick, whereas you look at the physical presence of Malt and Dalby, probably causing a few more problems without really affecting the goal. But it's a good watch. I think it's a decent game of football. Motherwell, I have to say, aren't going as long as what they have done in the previous 4 or 5 games. Liam Gordon a couple of times has fizzed the ball into Harry Payton in midfield, into Lennon Miller. So there's a distinct change of how they're trying to build up as opposed to going back to front.
Wow.
Yeah, Michael?
Hibs are awful. They're awful. I've never seen Ross County, as a team playing against the back three. I'm sorry, I'm not meaning I've never seen Ross County. They're playing against the back three here. The amount of times that the defenders have just thumped the ball up the park, and they've got Samuels or Chilvers just running through on goal, 1v1 stuff. There's a back three in place, and then the back three thumping the ball up the park from Hibs to nowhere, just out the park, just giving headers to Lapata or to Akil Wright, now Ryan Leake. I mean, there is no quality. No quality.
Good kick for touch there. 50-yard touch finder.
So Ross County not
if it was rugby,
Michael,
that would be good. It's not so good in football. You just kick it out to touch.
Ross County not playing particularly well, Michael? Is it just a case of Hibs being really bad?
No, Ross County are well on top. Chilvers has been the best player on the park, and Nisbet in the middle of the pitch as well has been doing well. But here's Hibs down the left. Cadden with a really dangerous ball in. Dinked back in by his brother from the other side. It's still in the box. Ball's back out to Cadden. Puts in another dangerous ball.
Great delivery from Cad. Brilliant.
Leake's able to just head it away. Easy. No problem. Now for a corner. And Cadden's going mental on the left. He's putting his arms out as if to say, any chance of one of the folk in there going and attacking it?
They're probably their two best players right now, Michael. The Cadden twins.
Well, certainly Nicky Cadden, in terms of the delivery that he's putting in this game. He's put 3 or 4 in.
Yeah, three good ones, Mikey. Nobody in there. Nobody wanting to be in there. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no desire there. What's happening? St Mirren good value for their lead at McDermott Park, Al?
Oh, here's
Yeah,
another
very good
possible
value.
handball check at Easter Road.
Right, hold on, Al. We'll come back. So we've got to see the pictures of the referee with his hand to his ear. Liam, we're just waiting for a replay of this.
Yeah, waiting for a replay. Unsure. I'm assuming it's been off the defensive clearance that's led to the corner. Didn't see anything else in the build-up before that.
No, it's play on.
Play on.
I tell you what, I mean, my instinct was it was just Cadden was throwing a ball and the defender was standing 2 yards away from it. It was, no surprise that nothing came from it.
Yeah, but we're not seeing the replay. I'll tell you what, if it stays like this in 50 minutes' time, so interesting hearing the reaction from these home fans. We've heard it plenty of times already this season at Easter Road. Newcastle United 1, Leicester City 0. Jacob Murphy with a goal in 30 minutes. Sorry, Alan, back to you.
No, St Mirren, great value, Kenny, really good. St Johnstone showed nothing so far. All the strikers, but nothing for them to feed off just now. St Mirren very comfortable. It's been a really good 29 minutes for them, and that goal in 11 minutes from Phillips gives them that 1-0 lead.
Is that a goal somewhere here? A bit of a
goal here at Greenock Morton have taken the lead.
It's incredible. I mean, what's happening to Airdrie right now is astonishing. It really is. 7 straight defeats. It would be 8 today. The last six games have not scored. They've only scored 6 goals all season. Struggling again today, Gully. Sounds like really poor from Airdrie.
Yeah, they failed to clear the ball there. It was a defender that pulled one of the attackers down. I thought the referee was going to stop play, but he let play go on. Cameron Blues was through on goal. We just slaughtered it past Kieran Wright. It's Greenock Morton 1, Airdrie 0.
Right, what I'll do, I'll run through the scores, the latest scores, and while I'm doing that, guys, have a wee think. I mentioned this in Off the Ball, so if you're listening earlier on, maybe you've got a wee warning. Che Adams scored a wonder goal for Torino last night from just inside the opposition half. So I want to know the best goal that you've seen in the flesh. A game you played in, a game you were at. So give us some thoughts on that in a couple of minutes' time. So the latest scores in the Premiership: Hibs 0, Ross County 1, Motherwell 1, Dundee United 1, St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1. In the Championship, Airdrie 0, as we've just been hearing, Morton 1, Ayr United 0, Falkirk 1, Falkirk down to 10 men, Hamilton Accies 1, Queen's Park 1. Queens have equalised through the penalty spot there from Zach Rudden. Wraith Rovers 0, Dunfermline Athletic 0. In League 1 this afternoon, Alloa Athletic 0, Montrose 0, Cove Rangers 0, Kelty Hearts 0, Dumbarton 0, Annan Athletic 0, Inverness Carlythistle 0, Arbroath 0, Queen of the South 1, Stennismuir 0. Stephen Craigan.
Oh, big chance for Motherwell, Stamatolopoulos. It was just a throw on the halfway line from Dan Casey. It was flicked round the corner by Stamatolopoulos. Andy Hallery charged down the right-hand side, fizzed the ball back to the edge of the 18-yard box. Stamatolopoulos continued his run forward. He probably should score. Edge of the box. It's always curling away from the goal with his right foot. Dundee United a big let-off, still 1-1.
Elgin City have just gone 1-0 up at home to Stirling Albion in League 2. Forfar 2, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Peterhead 1, East Fife 0, Spartans 2, Clyde 0. Real problems for Clyde. So many things going on at that football club. We'll try and get some more detail on that for you. Lots of stories in the media this week. Stranraer 0, Edinburgh City 0. In England this afternoon, Arsenal 0, Everton 0, Liverpool 0, Fulham 1, Liverpool down to 10 men. Andy Robertson sent off in that one. Newcastle United 1, Leicester City 0, Wolves 0, Ipswich 1. 5:30 start. Nottingham Forest at home to Aston Villa. So who's going to kick us off? Rory, kick us off. The best goal that you've witnessed in the flesh.
It was when I was a young lad. I went up to Ibrox to watch Rangers, and Marco Negri scored the most unbelievable goal against Dundee United. He It was a long ball up the pitch, and he squared up the defender. He flicked it over the head of the defender, and before it bounces, he flicks it back over again, and then he stands and just simply lifts it over the goalkeeper from outside the box. Unbelievable goal, and one I still like to look back on. Good memories going up there with my dad.
Very well described, Alan Preston.
Stephen Humphreys for Hearts against Dundee United last season or the season before that. Kicks the ball at the edge of his own box, runs up into the centre circle and smashes it over the goalie. What a goal from his own half. But also remember seeing as a supporter, Ian Ferguson's free kick.
Penalty for Airdrie.
It's a goal.
Right, check.
Ayr United have equalised. It's a corner on the left-hand side. Couple of touches on, and I think it's knocked over the line by Conor McLennan. In any case, Ayr are level here. The home support rise to a man and women to celebrate that goal. They've got themselves right back in it. Remember, Falkirk down to 10 men. It's Ayr United 1, Falkirk 1.
Yeah, it could be a big moment in the championship title race. Gully, did you have something?
Yes, it's a penalty for Airdrie. It's Ben Wilson who's about to step up. I think he was brought down in the box there, just waiting for the referee to.
This is a big moment.
The whistle. But
this is a big moment.
Defender is sort of remonstrating with the ref at the moment.
Yes.
Yes, came from Motherwell once again. Brilliant play down the right-hand side by Caletta. Stands it up to the back post, misses everybody out. Harry Payton then works his magic, gets to the byline, fizzes it across. Andy Halliday slams it home, 2-1 Motherwell.
Very nice. Gully Singh.
Yes, Ben Wilson's just placed the ball down on the spot there. The referee is about to blow the whistle. Ryan Millen just took a little sip of water and we're just waiting for the whistle to be blown.
Wow.
Right, okay, jump in, Gully. Michael.
Just again. I mean, Hibs defenders.
I've just watched
Here we go. The penalty's about to be taken.
Gully.
Ben Wilson steps up. It's in the back of the net. Airdrie 1, Greenock Morton 1. The home fans go wild.
No
They've been
wonder.
rewarded here. It's game on.
Relief for the home fans. Michael, I've just watched that pass. Describe it.
Just a crossfield ball that misses the player by about 10 yards and goes straight out the park. I mean, and it's not the first time. It's literally probably about the third or fourth time.
It reminds me of what we saw in that game against St Mirren at Easter Road, Michael. Wasn't it all these misplaced passes? These passes really slack. Yeah, check.
Oh, it's a goal. And it's Falkirk back in the lead. It's Aguiman sliding in with just 3 yards out from the goal line. Ball swept in from the left side. He goes in to celebrate with the Falkirk supporters behind that goal. What a game this is. It's ebbed and flowed. Falkirk down to 10 men, but they're 2-1 up.
What an afternoon. Scottish football delivering once again. So many goals right across the country. So much drama unfolding at Easter Road this afternoon. The home fans are going to be absolutely furious at this stage. Certainly if we get to half-time, I'm sure we'll hear the boos there. It's been so disappointing for them this season.
A couple of minutes ago, there was a passage of play down in the near side in the left wing area for Ross County. Ross County had about 2 or 3 players. Oh my word. Oh no, it's coming on. They had 2 or 3 players down this corner. Hibs had 3 or 4 defenders in a tight area, and Ross County were just popping it about. Nobody even got touch tight, and then they got a corner out of it, and then they almost got another corner, another. You're just like, Hibs are defensively, they just stand and watching the game. They're not actually taking part.
And all the while, you have to remind myself that Hibs are playing at home here.
Yeah.
Ross County, a team with no form away from home, are utterly bossing Hibs in their own place. It's embarrassing for Hibs, this.
So that's why we love Scottish football. The unpredictable happens when everyone probably thought. And it's the same thing. It's been for weeks saying big game David Gray, big game for David Gray. Because of the position Hibs are in, it's going to be big games for the next 6 months. It's going to be huge games.
Almost Alex Samuel almost physically out-muscling Rocky Bashiri in a 1v1 driving into the box, and he almost got goal side of him. The defender managed to get a slight touch, and it deflects off him, and it goes out for another corner. Just a simple ball over the top again.
Oh my goodness me! What a goal!
For the man with the soft
throat. What a goal that is! What a game this is! It's Ayr United equalised. It's 2-2, and it's a drive from 25 yards. And I think it may have been Mikey Devlin coming forward. What a goal!
Oh, here's Ross County.
We need a sub for the wee man at Ayr.
Another short corner at Easter Road, where Ross County men over, take it short, lift your head, throw it into the box. And by the way, every time they do throw it into the box, they've got a free header. It's absolutely incredible how poor Hibs
Michael,
are.
did any Hibs players go out this time?
What, sorry?
I'm saying, did any Hibs players go out for the short corner? I understand the player side. That has to be a responsibility in the coaching staff now to have a look and at least take a little bit of responsibility, you would imagine.
What they do now, they're marking zonal, Michael. So if they're marking zonal, you know what it's like. They'll not take the game off their own back. They're marking zonal, they'll be told to stand and they'll stand there. And
you've usually get somebody out short at the corner and then you've got a second player that you release.
Somebody for the back post to the front post.
Leanne, give me the pros and cons. You hear this a lot, zonal and man for man. What
it doesn't matter whether you're zonal, you're player for player. Regardless, you've always got somebody out. If a team's going to play short, you've got at least one player out closest to the ball that's going to stop and at a minimum be a 2v1.
That's basics.
At times it's a 2v nobody.
But that's down to the manager, isn't it? Why is he not changing it?
Because after the first one, yes, you can understand. You would expect a reaction immediately for the players who are reactive as that situation unfolds. You would then expect them to be verbalising that and trying to sort it for the next time the corner happens. In the meantime, you're maybe asking the dugout and the bench, we've no plan for this, we're not expecting it, we're releasing somebody, who's going to take that responsibility? There has been no chain reaction to how Hibs have defended set pieces this afternoon.
But equally, as Michael's saying, someone on the pitch has got to be saying if it's Neil, the captain, or whoever.
Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! Ayr United are in the lead. Corner on the left-hand side. 3 players go up. Tell you about who's going to touching it. We've had 4 goals in 3 minutes. This is breathtaking. Absolutely awesome.
I
did say the game of the day.
Check, you've not got any breath to be given away.
3-2 ahead. Oh my goodness me. Somebody give me a cup of tranquilizer.
Brilliant from Chick Young there at Somerset Park. What a game. Incredible there. You think Ayr United strong favourites now. They're ahead, they're come from behind. And of course Falkirk down to 10 men. Hamilton Accies back in front against Queen's Park. Stephen Bradley second of the game. They're coming on 37 minutes. Stirling Albion equalised with Elgin City. Adam Brown on 38 minutes. And that is you right up to date with the goals. Just confirmation that Andy Halliday goal for Motherwell. 2-1 up at home to Dundee United. Good value for that, Stephen?
Well, yeah, I mean, just before the goal, I spoke about the Stamatolopoulos chance, and you felt as if Motherwell were building up a head of steam to try and get into the game. But it was interesting, Gavin Wallace was beside me, and he was asking Jim Goodwin ahead of the game about dealing with long balls. And Motherwell haven't hardly played a long ball all day. The 2 goals have been balls across the face of goal that his defence haven't been able to deal with. So, 2 good finishes. Motherwell will be delighted. Dundee United will be disappointed with the ease at which Motherwell got the second goal. Harry Payton, he can't be allowed to take 2 or 3 touches in the opposition box without being closed down. But then Andy Halliday coming forward from midfield. I've watched Andy Halliday a lot, and for me, too often, Kenny wants to play back and be negative. Today, freed up, running forward.
It was Scott McMahon with that goal, just to recollect. It's 3-2 to Ayr United, and we've had goals raining in the last 7 minutes. 4 goals, I think.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, that goal coming in the 40th minute. Michael.
Just to touch on...
Should he must score? He does! It's 3-1! Oh, Stamatolopoulos, I said if you feed him, if you give him good service, he'll get you goals. He's had a tap in from a yard, he's had a chip ball into the middle of the 6-yard box, and he's nonchalantly just headed the ball over Jack Walton. What a cross to Wandermas when he say, and what a lovely finish, I have to say. 3-1 Motherwell.
It's a well-worked goal again. Really nice from Motherwell.
Look at the cross. It's a delightful little cross. I think
it's on the money.
He takes him completely out of play. And the movement of Stamatolopoulos, he hasn't had the chance to do that since he came in because he's been isolated. He's been on his own. I'll tell you what a goal, what a lovely finish.
He just peels Craigs, and it's brilliant because it's everything when you're speaking to strikers about their movement and occupying central defenders. He just takes the defenders into an area, but he takes them into an area and they still can't pick him up. He just picks up a space in between 2. In between the goalposts, that's where you're going to score your goals. If you're a striker, that's where you need to be. He's done his work this afternoon.
Loads of space. Dundee United for teams have been defending really well.
I know, but it's his movement because he drifts to start off. He almost moves towards the ball as it starts to build up. He just drifts in that opposite direction, picks up the space, and it's all about the delivery as well.
Jim Goodwin just looking at a wee tactics board, perhaps a video back of the goal. I'm not sure he's in the dugout there. Yeah, looking at that. Michael, you wanted to come in earlier on?
I was just talking about the short corner thing. I mean, look, it's across the board. You know, poor players have got to do better.
Morton have taken the lead.
Right, Morton, it's Gully.
Yep, it was a fantastic ball. Jordan Davies got on the end of it there. He's just He's just got it under control inside the box there, and he just slammed it with his right foot. So it's the away side that have taken the lead. Greenock Morton 2, Airdrie 1.
Thanks, Scotty. Michael.
Just Hibs are on the break there. Ewan breaks into the box. It looks like they've got a chance, and he literally passes it 2 yards straight to Ross County defender. But to go back to the thing, I can't mind who was talking about, but the management team have got to do something as well with those short corners. There's been a big period of time between them. They need to be getting the message onto the guys as well. It's across the board. Across
First one or
the
the
board.
second one, not the fourth one.
And I'm not being funny. You look at the way the game is now and how many tactical stoppages you see.
Oh, great strike. It's a free kick. It's a goal for Wraith Rovers.
Yes, Rory.
It's Dylan Easton, set piece specialist. It was a foul right on the edge of the box, on the left-hand side of the box, and it curls into the top corner. I don't know how far into the top corner, if the keeper Oluemi's suspect, but it's a really good finish. I have to say, the home crowd erupts, and the guys behind me who walked out from hospitality at the start of the game, and they've had some choice words for James McPake, are absolutely loving it. It's 1-0 to Wraith Rovers.
I need to remind listeners, we're covering 6 games on opener mics today. 3 in the top flight, 3 in the championship, 15 goals already, and we've got 44 minutes.
I was feeling very left out there, Kenny, so I'm glad I'm joining the party.
It's been fantastic, hasn't it? What an afternoon of football so far. Plenty more to come. Stirling Albion have gone 2-0 away to Elgin City. Lyle Booth own goal in 43 minutes. Clyde back in it away at the Spartans. Lee Hamilton with a goal on 42 minutes. Just confirmation coming through. Jordan Davies with that goal for Morton. They're back in front away at Airdrie. As Rory was telling us, Dylan Easton with that goal in 42 minutes in the Fife derby. Wraith Rovers 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0. Right, where do we go next? Alan, what's happening?
Kenny, I've had very little actually expecting goals here. We've got one, a really good finish by Phillips in 11 minutes, and then I've had a Mandaron shot, but that's been about it. St Johnstone have got nothing going forward, considering they've got all these strikers on the pitch. Absolutely nothing. They're getting dominated in the middle of the park. It's been comfortable for St Mirren. We've got a minute and a half to go, and it is still 1-0 to the Paisley side.
Stirling Albion have gone 3-1 up away at Elgin City. A quick-fire double there. Adam Brown with the goal in 44 minutes. Alan, is there an argument sometimes? You spoke about when you saw that line-up today. Can you have too many attackers? Can that create a bit of havoc with the formation, if you like?
It can. They're getting dominated in the middle of the park, and it's so crucial midfield, but they're getting totally dominated. And their Holt's playing and Smith, the two, they've got Phillips, O'Hara. They're all in there for St Mirren, really are, and it's really poor by St Johnstone. They can't get a kick of the ball. They're hitting the ball long over the top, looking for the pace of Sidibe and Kimpioka and Kirk, and it's just not working. So I think the manager is going to have a look at this himself to say, right, I'm going to have to sacrifice one of these strikers or two and bring on another couple of midfield players.
Michael, you had the minute silence, of course, at Easter was perhaps just a wee bit behind, but it's going to be really interesting to hear the reaction when if this stays there as it is, because it's not just the scoreline, Michael, it's just the performance. It's been pathetic, hasn't it, really?
Everything about this first half has been so bad for Hibs. Ross County have been really good. I mean, they'll be disappointed they're only 1 up. Seriously,
yeah.
They'll be disappointed they're only 1 up. Hibs are all over the shot. I can't begin to describe how bad they've been. There was a moment just before where Jordan Smith came and collected the ball. The crowd were on his back because he didn't do anything quick enough, and he probably should have, but he's standing on the edge of the box looking about. He then rolls a ball out to Triantis, who literally, he threw it to him to the wrong side, and he had I think it was Samuels, charging at him. He was only about 20 yards out for goal, and he almost lost the ball. And you're just going, honestly, they can't make, their decision making is awful.
I'd love to see the stats on the number of misplaced passes for him in this first half.
Right, half-time there, 1-0 to the home side, 2-1 to the away side at Airdrie. Billy?
Yes, Greenock Morton still in front, yeah, so half-time at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, that's a delivery into the box. There's nobody in there. Easy clearing header for Ross County. Just like there's no prospect of that cross finding any Hibs player. So
no,
why does he play it?
Because it's now a case of I'm doing my job, so somebody should be there.
So it's everyone for themselves.
I've went by my player and I've now delivered the ball and nobody's there. It's every man for themselves at Easter Road this afternoon. See, when you look at the squad as well, Michael, I mean, I thought it last week, and I know it's probably just a case he's out of form, but the likes of Martin Boyle, once upon a time you would never have envisaged a Hibs side without Martin Boyle. Even the likes of Quan last season, did really well in his loan spell at St Mirren.
He did.
Doesn't get near the Hibs team.
St Mirren fans loved him.
Aye, and St Mirren, by all accounts, did really well with him in the team. So I just look at it and still think, I know there's been a misspend and poor decisions, but
guys like Martin Boyle not doing enough. Not doing enough, right, Michael?
There's just another one. Joe Newell's on the edge of the box, takes a touch, he passes it to Cadden.
Oh, look at that.
But he's leaving it, thinking Iredale, the left centre half's going to go round him, and it just goes straight out the park.
Michael, I'd love to describe the reaction in the studio here from Leanne and Tom. We've just watched that. I mean, that was just embarrassing.
But that sums it up. It's like, no, you have it, I'll have it. Everybody else just passing responsibility onto somebody else. And look, I hear what Leanne's saying about Kwon, because I think he's got technical ability, but I'm not sure I'd be wanting him on this side at the moment either, because I don't think he's got that, that dig. And this is...
Who has Michael?
There's certain no, exactly. Well, it's a good question.
I mean, even somebody like Joe Newell, like a nice footballer, but he's not a captain at there this afternoon.
I absolutely get you, but the problem runs deep at Hibs.
More drama.
Right, hold on, Michael. Chick.
More drama at Somerset Park. There was a free kick whipped in by Jay Henderson, the goalkeeper, and Nicky Hogarth came out. I think it's George Oakley who's laid horizontal down there. There was claims for a penalty kick for United. The referee said no. The ball went out on the far side. I'm confirming if it's looking in a minute. And in any case, the referee's decided just to blow the half-time whistle. No penalty. You can hear that. Air fans booing the referee. But the player is still horizontal down there. We'll keep an eye on that situation. But a breathtaking first half ends. And with one red card and 3 goals to Ayr United and 2 to Falkirk. Well, do the match yourself.
St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1.
Oh, it's cleared away from Ross County.
Chick, are you in the home stand there? Is it in the main stand? I haven't been down there for a while. Right, if anyone's there, get Chick a cup of tea or something. Look after our Chick. Come on.
Some isotonic drinks or something to get through the second half. Chick.
Look out for Chick. Get him something to help him with that throat. He's done a brilliant job there. So many goals. A great game. Plenty more to come. Yeah, chance somewhere.
Oh, the Motherwell fans are shouting for a penalty. I think it was Steve Seddon came in from the left-hand side. Ended up on the edge of the box. Just inside the box. There's a coming together. There was a high leg from a Dundee United player. So it'll be interesting to see if that leads to anything. Nick Walsh was on the money like he was for the Dundee United penalty, and he had to go and have a look. So
Dumbarton 1, Athletic 2, Niang right in the stroke of half-time there. Michael, we're just waiting to hear. I think we'll stay with you, Michael, and we'll hear the half-time whistle.
5 minutes injury time. They've played 2.5 so far.
Okay.
But I mean, you're talking about the squad. There are certain players that in ball in from Cadden, it's up in the air, looks as if it needs another clearance, it's bouncing around in the box. Ross County struggling to get it clear, it's away. But the issue is there's certain players in different circumstances you'd be like, yeah, they could be okay, but the problem is where Hibs are now, I don't know who is actually going to do a job for Hibs. I don't know. I heard, talking about like they've got a better squad than Ross County. I mean, there's some players there that have got a little bit of ability. There's other players I don't think are anywhere near good enough. And there are others that, yes, there's something there, but they're coming towards the end of their career. The likes of Hoylett, Dwight Gale, these guys. It's not a particularly great squad.
What about guys like Martin Boyle?
Kenny 3-1.
Thanks, Steve. What about guys like Martin Boyle, Michael? We've hardly seen anything from him this season. A very experienced, a very talented player.
Yeah, but likewise, he hasn't shown much. So I can understand why he's not in there. He's been suffering. He's had a lot of injuries. He's naturally getting to that stage of his career where he's starting to tail off a little bit. But that's where forward planning's been completely lacking at Hibs. Yeah. These are things that you would be looking at, as Alan was talking about. So many players out of contract. There just seems like there is no strategic thinking on a player basis in terms of who's coming, who's going. They're playing at this. They're absolutely playing at this. Now it's been said before, they're basically just playing Championship manager and not doing it very well. And this is the manifestation of that. This is Hibs sitting bottom of the table against a team who haven't won away from home in 14 months. Was it? I think I heard 14 months away from home. And they're being absolutely battered. And Ross County should be more than one up.
This performance in the first half, it just perfectly reflects the state of the club.
Yes.
It's all over the place. This is the footballing manifestation of the state of the entire club.
Yeah, just waiting for the half-time whistle to go there at Easter
Ross
Road.
County are on the break. They've got plenty of bodies. I mean, when they break forward, they've just got gaping holes in the Hibs backline. They're just controlling the game now. They're probably just trying to see the half out, unless Hibs just open their defence up and give them another opportunity. James Brown down the right hand side. Rocky Bashiri just clearing it away, clears it straight to Randall. He's on the edge, he gets dispossessed. And now Johan is breaking forward. That's time up now, 50 minutes on the clock, but Hibs are on this attack. It'll be the last attack of the game. Hoylett's into the box. Ball's going towards the byline now. He's controlling it, looking to try and just get an angle and put the ball into the box. It's a goal. Can you believe it? Dwight Gale gets a flick at the near post.
That's terrible defending as well.
Oh, wow.
Is it offside, or is the ball too close to the byline?
Yeah, it's going to be tight, I think, to be fair.
It's dreadful from County.
Well, how have they allowed that cross to come in? I mean, that's just...
Yeah, right, let's have a wee look. We're waiting for the replay, Michael.
They're almost... there's no real big celebrations here. They look
That's a good point.
Sheepish, don't they, in celebrating that goal?
So here we are here.
No, he's fine.
No, he's okay.
It's okay, yeah.
Fine. Onside.
Yeah.
Ball goes backwards.
Well,
Yep.
it's quite
Good time to get the goal.
Quite incredible. Quite incredible. I mean, they've offered nothing.
It just
and
sounds
it's
so
1-1.
quiet, Michael. Even with that goal, it sounds so quiet there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
It's a really
It's a
poor
half
goal
time.
from Ross County
dreadful
as
goal
well.
to concede.
There you go. Last effective
So
flick of the
naive.
ball.
Yep, 6
1-1.
minutes of stoppage time there at the first half. Hibs getting the goal just right at the end. Do you know what? It's been an incredible first half of drama on Sports Sound. Plenty more to come. All the second half action. 5:30 we'll get the action from pundits, from managers and from fans. Stay with us. We're on right through until 7 o'clock.
On digital radio,
FM,
online at BBC Sports Scotland,
your smart speaker.
and on BBC Sounds.
This is Sports Sound from BBC Radio Scotland.
There's no substitute.
It's nearly
Christmas!
so pop over to BBC iPlayer for that festive feeling.
Welcome, one and all.
Let's get this party started.
Now you're talking. Right, time for the Christmas quiz.
However you celebrate,
This sprout should have been blanched 20 minutes ago. Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas, Bryn.
we're more than ready for Christmas.
Take a moment to savour the magic of Christmas.
Okay, I've done that now.
Okay.
Watch Christmas comedy on BBC iPlayer.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland. A really busy open all mics. Let's get to the game that has brought so much drama at Easter Road. Hibs against Ross County. Let's hear from Michael Stewart. Oh, Michael, slight problem in the line there. Let's move down the list. Let's go to Fir Park. Stephen Craig, and plenty for you to talk about.
Yeah, indeed, Kenny. A blistering start to the game here at Fir Park from both sides, who have so much to play for. Has head ahead of the game. A win for Motherwell takes them into fourth place. A win for Dundee United will give them a 5-point gap over Motherwell. Well, it was the home side that took the lead within the first minute. Good play down the right hand side by Marvin Collette to fizz the ball across goal, and Apostolus Stamatolopoulos got his first of the afternoon, got in front of Declan Gallagher and put it past Jack Walton. It didn't take the visitors long to go level. Just after, I think, 6 minutes, Nick Walsh was invited by Greg Aitken, the VAR, to go along and have a look. There was a potential foul on Louis Malt. Nick Walsh decided it was a penalty, and up stepped Sam Dalby to make no mistake. His 7th goal in his last 9 games. Motherwell regained the lead just after the half-hour mark. An overhit cross from the right-hand side by Marvin Collette was recycled by Harry Payton on the left. He bustled his way down the line to the touch line. He then fizzed it across, very similar to the first goal, only from the opposite side. And Andy Halliday from midfield drove in and got the final touch once again to put it past Walton. But the best was yet to come. It was great link-up play between the two centre-forwards, Maswanisi and Stamatolopoulos. It was a delightful cross from Tawanda Maswanisi. Completely took out the back line of Dundee United, and the composure of Stamatolopoulos with the header just to put it back over Jack Walton. I have to say, in between that, Louis Malt had a header, Sam Dalby had a shot, Stamatolopoulos could have had another goal. So been a really entertaining afternoon so far. A bit of work to do for Jim Goodwin's men. For Motherwell, it's all about guarding against complacency and trying to replicate large parts of that first half. Half-time here at Fir Park, Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1.
Thanks to Stephen Craig. And next up, Perth, McDermott Park, St Johnstone home to St Mirren. Let's hear from Alan Preston.
It's a wee short and sweet. St Johnstone with 4 strikers on the starting 11. Really poor. Hardly had an effort at goal. In fact, nothing of any note on target. St Mirren deserved to be 1-0 ahead at half-time, with the goal coming 11 minutes. Really good play by St Mirren on the left-hand side, and a lovely through ball by Mandaron to Phillips, and he slotted it under Ray with aplomb to give them a well-deserved lead. St Mirren then controlled the game without really creating any more chances, but they did have a shot in 43 minutes. Again, Mandaron on the right-hand side, cutting in on his left foot. His hit was well saved by Ray. St Johnstone, I think, need to make changes, take one or two of the strikers off, bring more midfield players on, because that's where they're losing the battle here. Half-time score at McDermott. St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1.
Yeah, big test there for Simo Valakari. Let's get into the championship. Chick Young is at Somerset Park for us this afternoon. Chick, you've had a fantastic first half there.
I haven't had a joyous 45 minutes, Liz, for a long time. Believe me, Kenny, it's been absolutely incredible. The drama started after just 2 minutes, but Falkirk, top of the league, remember, ahead thanks to Ethan Ross. It looked all very straightforward from then. Ayr United looked in trouble, but 9 minutes and the tide turned, and the ship that is Ayr United and the one across the water that is Falkirk, they changed direction in their passage. Luke Graham was sent off a crazy handball when George Oakley was tormenting him, getting past him, and Graham clearly handed the ball just down from where I'm sitting in the stand at Somerset Park. It was a free kick to Ayr United, but a red card for Graham. Off he popped, as Billy Dodge would say, and the game turned. Conor McLennan equalised for Ayr United, but then Alfie Agyeman scored a goal for Falkirk to put them 2-1 ahead. But that was triggered an astonishing process of 4 goals in 6 minutes. Agyeman scored, and then Ben Dempsey with a ferocious, wonderful strike, soared beyond the goalkeeper, flew in beyond Nicky Hogarth to put Ayr United level. The fans were already frantic, now they were going crazy. 40 minutes in the clock, and Scott McMahon, a bit of a scramble at the near post from a corner on the left side, got it over the line, and Ayr United had turned it around, 3-2 ahead. But I tell you, this has got the feeling of anything that can happen in the second half. Wonderful 45 minutes. I need a wee lie down tonight.
Brilliant stuff there from Chick Young at Somerset Park. Let's get to Starks Park, the Fife derby, Wraith Rovers against Dunfermline. Let's hear from Rory Loy.
Yes, indeed, Kenny. It's 1-0 to Wraith Rovers at half-time. It wasn't the greatest of first halves in terms of quality and passages of play from either side. Both sides can play better. However, there was a number of chances. Matty Todd in the 4th minute had a strike from distance, which was straight at Dabrowski, and Lewis Jameson returned the favour from a tight angle. However, Toby Alumiwe was equal to it. Lewis McCann cut inside on 20 minutes and produced a really great save from Dabrowski again, and the follow-up from Todd was smothered by Dabrowski at the second time of asking. He's had some big moments so far, Dabrowski. 28 minutes, Aidan Connolly cut inside and curled one just wide. 29 minutes, Paul Hanlon really should have scored actually. It was a good corner into the box, and he headed over the bar from a distance which you would expect him to at least hit the target. And then big moment of quality in 45 minutes, edge of the box, just off centre. Dylan Easton steps up, right-footed, curls one into the top corner to put Wraith Rovers in front. The teams are just coming out from the second half now, Kenny. 1-0 Wraith Rovers.
Thanks, Rory. Stay with us. I want to talk about something in your game in just a minute's time. Tom English wants to come into that. Let's round up our half-times in the Championship. Airdrie against Morton, and hear from Gully Singh.
Yes, Kenny, half-time here, Airdrie 1, Greenock Morton 2 at the Excelsior Stadium. An opening period of dominance with the side 10 points ahead as Dougie Emery's team dictated the play, although to no real effect. But after 10 minutes, Cameron Blues looked to divert a Jordan Davies cross with a header but put it wide. Airdrie then found themselves back into the match after a slack ball by Jordan Davies on 13 minutes. The home side looked to take advantage. Ben Wilson pressed forward into the box. The keeper came out, narrowed the angle to save. A minute later, Lewis McGrattan hit the post for Airdrie after a corner found him free at the back post, completely unmarked. There was not enough power though to trouble the keeper, and then a break from Airdrie on 25 minutes saw Lewis McGregor pounce into the box. He got the ball onto his right foot, struck it wide though of the right hand post. Ryan Mullen watched it sail past. The opening goal though came on the half-hour mark. Cameron Blues through on goal. Airdrie failed to clear the ball. It was a foul, but the referee allowed play to go on. Blues made his way into the box, made no mistake, sorted it past Kieran Wright. 5 minutes later, Ben Wilson drew a foul. Matthew McDermott with no hesitation pointed to the spot. Wilson stepped up after a slight delay. The ball driven into the bottom left-hand corner. Home fans with a mixture of relief and joy. And just before the half-time mark, a fantastic assist by Nathan Shaw. Jordan Davies gets it under control, lashes it, he's inside the box, lashes it home. Kieran Wright, no chance at Airdrie. We are protesting around a handball before the ball landed in the back of the net. Airdrie are back in the score sheet for the first time in the league in nearly 2 months, but the scoreline will be the only stat of concern as they trail Morton 2-1. Well, actually, we're back underway here, and Airdrie just had a chance. It just went wide. Still currently Airdrie 1, Greenock Morton 2.
Good stuff, thanks to Gully Singh. So in the Premiership, Hibs 1, Ross County 1, Motherwell 3, Dundee United 1, St Johnstone 0, St Mirren 1. In the Championship this afternoon, Airdrie 1, Morton 2, Ayr United 3, 10-man Falkirk 2, Hamilton Accies 2, Queen's Park 1, Wraith Rovers 1, Dunfermline 0. In League 1, Alloa Athletic 0, Montrose 0, Cove Rangers 0, Kelty Hearts 0, Dumbarton 1, Annan Athletic 2, Inverness Carry Thistle 0, Arbroath 0, Inverness down to 10 men, Queen of the South 1, Stenhouse Muir 0. In League 2, Elgin City 1, Stirling Albion 3, Falkirk Athletic 2, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Peterhead 1, East Fife 0, Spartans 2, Clyde 1, Stranraer 0, Edinburgh City 0. And in England this afternoon, Arsenal 0, Everton 0, Liverpool 0, Fulham 1, Liverpool down to 10 men, Andy Robertson sent off there, Newcastle United 1, Leicester City 0, Wolves 0, Ipswich 1, 5:30 start, Nottingham Forest at home to Aston Villa. Plenty more drama to come on Open All Mics on BBC Radio Scotland.
All the action.
From all the biggest games.
This is Sports Sound.
Oh, it's a goal!
From BBC Radio Scotland.
Another goal!
Welcome back to Open All Mics on BBC Radio Scotland. So much drama, so many goals in the first half across the country. We'll get back around the grounds, Tom English, in a couple of minutes' time, but something you wanted to pick up on the game that Rory is at, the Fife Derby at Starks Park.
Yeah, it's just some footage coming through here of Dunfermline fans lighting flares and then throwing a number of them onto the pitch pre-match. Now, we know Celtic, Rangers and Motherwell are facing SPFL charges following pyrotechnics at the League Cup semi-finals. The SFA are worried about pyrotechnics at tomorrow's final. It'll be very interesting to see what they do about this. These things are illegal. They issued a statement yesterday, the SPFL, about the use of pyrotechnics. But yeah, that footage from Dunfermline, you can see maybe 5, 6 flares being lit, and then at least two that I can see, Rory, coming onto the pitch.
Tom.
Hey?
Plastic pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I was going to touch on that as well, but I seen obviously the pyrotechnics, and there was some on the home end as well. It wasn't just the Dunfermline fans. Yeah, really? There was some on the home end as well.
Were they thrown onto the pitch, Rory, at the home end?
The stadium announcer, they must have dealt with it pretty swiftly and pretty quickly, because I didn't notice any drama or any. The flares came out, they kicked off. I noticed the flares were on, but I didn't actually see they were thrown onto the pitch, so I must have missed that. However, they were told specifically once they were lit by the stadium announcer 2 or 3 times, please do not throw them onto the pitch. So, you know, they shouldn't be doing it anyway, but to just blatantly ignore.
The stadium announcer told them don't throw them. But they're not supposed to light them in the first place.
No, they're not.
They're
but
not
once
supposed to be in the stadium.
Nothing they can do.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Tom, you don't have to be in the San Siro to go through this. I watched this at Linlithgow against Wraith Rovers a couple of weeks back. The kick-off was held up because players, supporters had flares, and the kick-off was held up at that level. So, you know, it doesn't just go.
Nothing was held up here, Chick. There was nothing at all. It just they come on the pitch, they kicked off, and it was fine. So I didn't realise it had happened.
So if there's charges brought against Celtic, Rangers and Motherwell, then you expect, if the SPFL are consistent and if they do care about this pyrotechnic situation, then charges should be brought here again. They have to be consistent about this.
And as Alan said, I mean, when I was at Falkirk the first time, there was a flare thrown onto the pitch by I can't remember who we were playing, and it burned a big hole in the pitch, as Alan quite rightly says. And it was on the pitch. It wasn't at the side of the track or anything like that. It was, we'll have to get this fixed for the next home game. Yeah, SPFL have been fairly vocal, as Tom said, in recent weeks on this. Newcastle United 2, Leicester City 0, Bruno Guimaraes with that goal on 47 minutes. Let's get back around the grounds. They're not back underway yet at Easter Road, so let's get to Alan Preston. Back underway, McDermott, Al.
We are, and I expect St Johnstone to be better. No changes, I'm surprised at that. Maybe change a bit of shape if nothing else, but St Johnstone have to get better. They never really had an effort at goal in that opening period. St Mirren very, very comfortable, good performance by Stevie Robinson's men. Had that 1 goal lead at the moment, Kenny. 47 minutes in the clock.
Alan, I always try and find wee topics for quieter moments during Open Mics. There not really been many quieter moments today, but just Che Adams talked about that wonder goal he scored for Torino last night. You were giving us 2. I think the second was Ian Ferguson's
free kick against Bayern Munich at Tynecastle. Touch to the side and a smash into the back of the net. Brilliant. Really good.
Yeah, terrific goal there. Newcastle United, another quick goal there. Isak with the goal in 50 minutes. Newcastle United 3, Leicester City 0. Just waiting to see if any other grounds are back underway. Check the best goal you've ever witnessed.
Yeah, well, just before I come to that, Kenny, God knows how many goals we could get here at Somerset Park this afternoon. Some fantastic ones as well, but there's a big debate going on at half time.
Yep.
Another chance for United. There was a big debate at half time about that instant just before in fact the referee blew the whistle. It was a ball came in from the left side. I think it was a corner. George Oakley was battered by the goalkeeper. Nicky Hogarth was laid horizontal, and the United fans were clearing me for a penalty kick. And I'm delighted to say Oakley was okay after treatment, but he was laid out for a long time back in the game. So I just wonder why the referee chose just to blow the half-time whistle at that particular instant, or rather the Ayr United supporters around about me are wondering about that. So it might have been a penalty as well. Can I just say before that goal thing, all this scoring from your own half or your opponent's half was invented by Pele against the Czechoslovakia 1970 World Cup. First one every try against Victor.
He missed it.
Czechoslovakian goalkeeper. Nobody else had even thought about it before. He invented the concept
of missing.
No, I don't. Listen, I watched you play season after
Exactly. Correct.
And that's why
You watch me. Not something I'd never do with you.
He did everything right. Hit it from halfway, dummied the goalkeeper, and then put it wide.
They invented that as well.
Okay, I didn't ask you for your best miss. I didn't ask you for your best miss. What was the best goal you've ever seen? Best goal check.
Best goal is this? It has to be in the flesh.
Yes.
I have to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
Top Hawk in Seville,
yeah.
I was there that night. I have to say, when you think about it, Henrik Larsson's goal against Rangers, the circumstances, the audacity to be that cool in that environment is certainly a contender, I must say. When you think about everything around it, I mean, if you're talking about quality of ability, if you're talking about goals, it's Ian Ferguson for winning the cup winning goal in '87, but it's not really the greatest goal. It's just the occasion.
Kenny Dalglish against Spain check as well at Hampden.
Yeah. Any time the ball goes into the net, it's a Scotland goal. Of course. Kenny's the nutmeg and
Faddy's in Paris.
Oh, listen, yeah.
Yes, good. There you go. You've named
That's his hero. That's his hero. Yeah, there's a lot of thing going on there.
Paris.
Hard to beat that one, in fairness.
Liverpool have equalised at home to Fulham. Cody Gakpo with a goal there on 47 minutes. And an Athletic 3-1 up now at Dumbarton. Reece Breen on 51 minutes. You're back underway, Stephen. A bit of a delayed start there.
Sorry, Kenny, we're back underway.
Yeah.
We're just over 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
There was a clash in the middle of the pitch there. Declan Gallagher got booked. I have to say, I think he's a little bit unlucky. He's gone up to head the ball and has no idea where Stamatopoulos is. He comes in his blind side. As Declan wins the ball, I think he just slightly catches Stamatopoulos who's going down. He's got a yellow card for it. I see his point. But, I mean, Motherwell won't mind a start of the second half. They don't want Dundee United building up ahead of steam or getting a goal and building any kind of momentum. So it's all probably about game management for the opening 10 or 15 minutes just to make sure they don't give anything away. Then you can flip it the other way and try and go and get more goals. But certainly a good first half. But, yeah, we're underway in the second half.
It's going to be a late finish at Easter Road, Michael. Just getting back underway now.
Yeah, well, it's not kicked yet, but they're lined up. They're ready to start any minute now. Yeah, I mean, just thinking about a nip to the toilet there, and all the punters round about me just exactly the same. Just, oh my word, how bad. And also there's quite a few of them saying just as well they scored there, because there could have been an awful lot of booing going on.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Chick.
Was that in the toilet? You just said. Oh, never mind.
I know where you're coming from.
I'm sure there's a lot of booing going on in there, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they got that goal. The 6th minute of first half stoppage time. Can they now go on, show the heart, show the character to go on and win this game? I think it's fair to say, despite the poor form, the majority of Hibs fans who were expecting to get 3 points this afternoon, we were due to some Hibs fans on. A couple of guys called off, so I've messaged a couple there. One of them got back and said, look, I'll come on, but I'm not sure what sort of mood I will be in. But it's been a tough season, no doubt at all about that for Hibs fans. But perhaps some light today, if they can find a way of winning this game. For long spells, as Michael was telling us, they were really, really poor in that first half. Inverness Cardiff Thistle 0, Arbroath 1. Dylan Smith with the opening goal of that game on 52 minutes.
goal! St Johnstone! It's an equaliser against the run of play, and he's done it again. Mackenzie Kirk. It's a really good move on the right-hand side. It's played to him, and he hits it across the keeper into the side net, and St Johnstone 1, St Mirren 1. Get all the strikers on.
Do you like him, Alan? There's a lot of talk about Kimpioka and Sidibe and Nicky Clark, but this boy's got real potential.
He has. He's very quick. Got an eye for goal as well. Surprised Hearts let him go, Kenny, because I've seen him as a young boy.
Oh, here's a chance. Oh, Ellie Ewan on the penalty spot. Shanks it. Another chance. Oh, my word. Just as bad.
Oh my days.
Joe
Leanne,
Newell this time.
Describe that, Leanne.
Oh, I don't. He's going to be doing a David Beckham and looking at the grass as if the grass has moved. Ball just comes to Ellie Ewan, and the cutback goes to smash it with his right boot and completely scaffs it with the outside his right foot. Nowhere near goal. Just sums up Hibs though, doesn't it?
Have you not seen the Joe Newell one 2 seconds later?
I'm still trying to go over the way that Ellie Ewan sets himself and he's ready to smash it. Just pass the ball into the net.
It looks like a player with just no confidence.
Go and make contact. Like
Joe Newell's is just as bad, by the way. It comes back, so the ball spins off Ellie Ewan. It goes to the other side. The ball gets played back in. It drops to him on the penalty spot on his left foot. He doesn't go to use his laces. He goes to use his instep.
Just seen it.
And he completely
his one at
sclaffs
Celtic
that.
Park last week as well was horrific.
It's almost like he's deliberately chipped it over the bar.
I don't know how you can get that wrong. I don't know how you can
There was
get
no conviction in the shot, was there?
None at all. Not for neither of them. I mean, Ewan's technique is awful. Slices it. But yeah, Mike, you said about.
Does Joe think he's going to side foot that
Is he
ball
trying to cushion
coming out the air?
top corner or
I know. Look, where in the goal is that going to end up?
Yeah, with so many bodies in front of him.
Exactly.
You've got to just try and get your laces, keep it
over
low.
the top of it, try and
Keep
get
it low.
Yeah, 100%.
But he's just chipped it
Decision
aimlessly
making
over the bar.
Off the scale.
Yeah, really poor, but they're in the game, Hibs. They're back in the game after that dramatic goal just before the break. Stephen Craigan?
Yeah, a little chance for Stamatopoulos. He's looking for his first hat-trick as a Motherwell player. Marvin Coletta, I have to say, has been excellent down that right-hand side this afternoon. Another good ball in, another tidy little strike from Stamatopoulos. Didn't really threaten Jack Walton, but he's looking bright, he's looking lively, he's pressing well. You can just tell as a centre-forward when someone scores goals and they dry up for them, you can tell their whole play is affected. But today, complete opposite. He's got his goals, and his body language and his work rate, his influence in the game has been very impressive.
Is the shape still the same from Valakari up there in McDermott Park, Alan?
Nicky Clark's coming a little bit deeper to get on the ball. He's actually on it right now. And Dre Wright, who was playing left back incredibly, has done. I think he played left back last week at Aberdeen as well. He's inverting more, so he's coming more into the middle of the park, giving them more bodies in there, which is exactly what St Johnstone needed. They've started the second half really well. St Mirren, for all their control in that opening period, they're all over the place at the start of the second half. Still 1-1.
Yeah, it's been a stop-start season for St Mirren, no doubt at all about that. We've got a player down there at Easter Road, Michael.
Yes, Alex Samuel. I think Rocky Bashiri just caught his foot. He's getting up. He'll be fine. Just a sore one.
What about Don Cow? We've spoken a lot about Hibs, Michael. We know the problems they've got on the road. You'd imagine the home form will determine whether they can stay in the top flight. What do you make of the squad he's put together there?
At Ross County?
Yeah.
Well, I saw them early on the season at home against Aberdeen, and straight away I thought Akil Wright and Lapata defence, just good, solid, straightforward defenders. And every time I've watched them since, I've thought, yep, the same. Then Nisbet, the Australian in midfield, I like the looks of him. And then, as I said before, Chilvers today's, he's drifted slightly, but he started the game very brightly, and he was the best player in the park for the opening 30 minutes or so. So I think over the piece, when you consider what obviously Ross County are working with, it's not bad. It's not bad. Really.
Yeah.
So DB with a hit there on his left foot. Where I am, it looks close, but then you see it goes well wide of the target. But really good play by St Johnstone. They're up on the second ball. It's just a kick long. So DB causes all sorts of concern, and he hits it with his left foot wide of the target.
It's amazing, Alan, isn't it, how quickly just football can change? Because you spoke about how good St Mirren were in the first half. It's all St Johnstone at the start of the second.
It is, but I would imagine that Valakari's going to kick up the backside, and sometimes St Mirren maybe relaxed a little bit, a little change of shape just upsets them. But, you know, St Mirren haven't been in this at the start of the second half.
Another chance for you, Stephen.
Oh, it's a goal! Aston Oxford, what are you doing? Initially, Glenn Middleton went down the left-hand side, fizzed the ball across goal, it got cleared, he recycled it, he tried to cross it again, takes a deflection off Marvin Coletta, goes way up in the air, lots of bodies in and around the 6-yard box, the middle of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper tried to come and catch or come and punch, does absolutely neither. and somehow, I don't even know who it comes off, but the ball just bounces into the net. Dundee United are back in the game after 54 minutes, 3-2.
Is he looking for a foul, Craig? Is that what his arms
out?
I don't know if he feels he's been impeded. The angle that we've seen of it, it's not clear enough.
There's a bar check, so if it isn't.
Chance! Oh, brilliant defending.
Yes, Al.
They're wanting a penalty. He's wanting a penalty at the back post.
Right, we'll have a look.
The flag's going up for offside. Just leave it, Kenny.
Right, you're right, Al. He's well off. Actually, I'm trying to think. Oxborough has been fantastic this season. Was it last week you made a mistake, was it?
No, it was about two or 3 weeks ago against Hibs here. He came for a cross and just completely missed it.
That's right, Stephen.
So that goal stands. It's now 3-2, so there was no foul. An individual error. I mean, he's 6'6", so when the ball's up above everyone else, he should be able to get to about 7 foot by the time he puts his arm out. So, big error.
Oh my goodness me. What an incredible scramble inside the box. We have yet another goal at Somerset Park. Yet another bit of drama. And yet another goal for Ayr United. They are now 4-2 ahead against Falkirk here. I think eventually the ball's over the line by Jay Henderson. I'll confirm that. But it was a real scramble inside the 6-yard box. And it's now Ayr United 4, Falkirk 2.
Well,
tightens up the championship now.
We're just looking at the live table, Alan. So Falkirk played 17, 38 points. Livingston played 16, 33 points. Ayr United, obviously as things stand, played 17, 31 points. Partick Thistle make up the top four in the table in the playoffs places in 26 points. Queen's Park tucked in just behind them there. But you're right, Livingston with it. If they win that game in hand, as things stand, they'd move to within 2 points of the leaders, Falkirk. So all to play for.
Oh, St Johnstone again with a chance. He's got to pick his head up, Sidibe. It's Smith and Sidibe. Smith rolls Sidibe in, and it's not a great strike at the angle. It's going to be tough to beat Balcombe from there. But St Johnstone transformed in the second half, but still 1-1 with 59 minutes to go.
Kenny, was Alfie Babbage with the goal.
Right,
came on as a substitute.
Yeah. Hibs are on a break here, but it was a free kick in the middle. It's a Junior Hoyle at the back post, just not able to get contact on it. But I thought Nisbet was filled for Ross County. The referee played on, and Ellie Ewan was able to break forward. There was a ball to the back post, and it looked as if Junior Hoyle was going to be able to nod it in the back of the net, just stretching too much, and he couldn't get it on target. Still 1-1.
Michael, talking about just the mismanagement at Hibernian Football Club, you've spoken a lot about Ellie Ewan, haven't you? What was the offer? We spoke about this before. Was there an offer that they apparently knocked back?
Well, if you take it at at face value, there was a £2.5 million offer. Now, if that was the case, that there was that offer, then I think it's a dereliction of duty from whoever it was that turned it down.
I mean, that is astonishing. If that's true, I'd love to find out if that's a true story or not.
Look, I don't know. I mean, I would find.
The club themselves came out and spoke about it because they were talking about how they had I'm pretty sure there's quotes from the club saying that they had a higher value. But I find it.
Wow.
I find it inconceivable that would be the case.
Yeah, we'll have a look for that, actually, Michael. That's a good point. Queen of the South 2, Stennismuir 0. Adam Brooks on 59 minutes. Just confirmation. Chick telling us Alfie Babbage with that goal in the hour mark. An incredible game at Somerset Park. Falkirk went ahead, down to 10 men. Ayr United fought back. 4-2 Scott Brown's side lead over John McGlynn's league leaders, Falkirk there. Let's stay in the championship. Let's get back to Rory Lloyd, Starks Park. What's happening, Rory?
Raith Rovers have a corner currently. There's been a few substitutions made. Dunfermline started the second half brightly without really creating any chances at all. And again, it's been scrappy. It's been far from the exhilarating match that Chicks had down in Ayrshire. But it's not been a bad game. But again, it's lacked quality at times. Typical derby. It's been kick and rush. Blood, guts and thunder, but not a lot of good football played. But Raith Rovers still in the lead, and Dunfermline not really doing enough to threaten the goal, as Dylan Easton has another shot, just goes wide. So Raith Rovers 1-0 up, and probably just good value for it.
Gully Singh, what's happening in your game? Airdrie at home to Morton?
Yes, Kenny, still Airdrie 1, Green at Morton 2. There was a decent chance on 57 minutes. Captain Adam Frizzell on the turn. He hits a shot straight at Millen, the keeper. Gavin Gallagher danced his way into the box. Frizzell should score. Other than that, though, it's been a bit lacklustre here in the second half. But you feel Airdrie are closing in on the equaliser there if we can maintain this pressure, but still currently 2-1 to Greenock Morton.
4 for Athletic, 3 Bonnyrigg Rose, 0 Russell McLean on 62 minutes. Leanne Crichton, the best goal you've ever seen in the flesh.
I don't know about the best. I know, Kenny, I'm racking my brain here, but there was one goal that my Notts County side scored against Arsenal when I was playing down there. It was a well-worked free kick. Loads of theatrics in the build-up. It went viral on social media for a while. And it was one, to be fair, no, like after training there was always like a 10-minute segment that you would work on things, and just when the ball hit the back of the net, Ellen White scored, and honestly the reaction, if you could bottle it and sell it, it was unbelievable.
I can see it in your face as you're telling the story.
For the amount of times that you would work and stuff like that, or you try things and it just never comes off. But the players, just the way they worked it, the wee kind of side shimmy, he set the ball off, and the fact the ball hit the back of the net. And it's still one of those ones now, if you watch, a lot of England players get asked about it that maybe played. Emma Byrne was the Ireland goalkeeper at the time. I heard her speaking about it in an interview as well, in a podcast that she was on, trying to justify how she had been kind of wrong-footed and the ball had went in the back of the net. So that was probably one of the kind of best moments in terms of goals.
And just to be in the park,
some bad news here, Kenny, for St Mirren there.
Alan.
Richard Taylor is they've called for the stretcher. He's about to get on the stretcher. It looks like his right hamstring to me, but he's on the stretcher and will be taken off, and Luke Kenny will come on to replace him, which is a real shame. And Declan John looks like he's coming on also for St Mirren, but Taylor is going off on a stretcher, unfortunately. I hope he's okay.
Did he just pull up, Alan? Was it just
I didn't see it, because the ball went up the other end, and he was down at the edge of the box.
Michael, you want to come in?
I was just going to say, I've had a quick look, Alan. I will retract. I don't think there's any quotes from the club, but there are certainly stories that I would imagine have been emanating from the club to back up that there was a £2.5 million bid for the player.
We reported that there was interest from an unnamed French club, Mikey.
Yep, and so it's obviously coming from the same place, which I imagine is the club itself.
I don't know.
See, at some point, if we got to sit down with Malcolm Mackay or someone in a major post at Hibs, there are so many questions.
Was Malky in position?
No, but
in post at that time. I think he might have been.
He would know. Even if he wasn't, I'm sure he would know. Just to talk about just the decisions that have been made at that football club.
Well, they're not going to admit if it was. And I listen, I don't know.
No, we don't.
There's no way anyone's going to admit to turning down $2.5 million.
No, I can't see it, honestly.
No,
I can't see that.
No. Right, Alloa Athletic 0, Montrose 1. Blair Lyons with a goal on 67 minutes. Hibs on the attack, Michael?
Yeah, there's a ball into the box. There's a corner kick, is it? Yep, it was a free kick from Nicky Cadden, swung in, it's gone behind for a corner on the far side. Cadden will run over, and I imagine he'd look to take it with an in-swinger. And obviously if they look to take a short one, I would imagine that Ross County would have 2 players out to stop it.
Alloa equalised very quickly at home to Montrose. Alloa Athletic 1, Montrose 1. Kane Thompson with a goal on 70 minutes. Very much game on for you at Fir Park, Stephen Craigan.
Yeah, it is, Ken. It's one of those ones when you're comfortable at 3-1 and suddenly goes to 3-2, and there's a few nerves around the stadiums, a few nerves amongst the players. Stuart Kettlewell via Stevie Frail has made a couple of subs. He's brought on Ewan Wilson and Tom Sparrow in midfield just to bring a little bit more impetus, I think. Moses Abayi is going to come on as well, possibly in the next couple of minutes. Dundee United made a sub. They've got Van de Sande on as well as Sam Dalby and Louis Malt. So Jim Goodwin's going to go for it. He's got
he's in. There's a simple ball up the line. Alex Samuel is in. Oh, and Iredale comes back. Oh, again, I mean, honestly.
Oh, look at that.
It's a throw out from the goalkeeper to Brown, the right wing back. He just clips the ball down the line.
It's a space Michael he had. It's incredible.
Clips the ball down the line. Alex Samuel runs in behind Joe Newell, and then he's running at the box. I mean, it's just a simple clip ball down the line, in behind Joe Newell, who's the last line, and he's running through a goal. And now we've got a 2v1 again, and guess what? It's a dangerous ball into the box, and it's I mean, honestly, it is absolutely incredible. They are so slow to get out and close it down that they allow Ross County to be throwing balls into their box from the edge of the box rather than the corner. It's like, okay, take a short one, get control of it, come to the edge of our box, and then you can throw a ball in from there.
A better ball, a better angled ball, a more dangerous ball.
Leanne, do you know what I'm aware of here? I'm aware of, if you're a Hibs fan tuning in here, or anyone tuning in, you think, God, this is really unfair, they've been so critical. But this, we've been very, I mean, it is that bad, isn't it?
It's so bad.
You've got to give county credit as well, Kenny, the way they're set up.
Yeah.
But Alan, to be fair, this in terms of the set pieces, are not having to do much. This is no rocket science. This is literally putting a couple of bodies out. And
here's the thing, Leanne. It clearly, it goes to show you, I don't think Ross County have taken a single corner that's not been a short one.
Yeah.
So they recognise that, by the way, they're letting us take short corners all day long.
So we'll keep doing it. Stephen Craigan, chance.
Almost a hat-trick for Sam Dalby. I think that second goal for Dundee United was credited to him. Motherwell had a counter-attack, ball got turned over. Dundee United had a counter-attack. Lovely ball from Louis Malt. Takes, I think it's Dan Casey, right out of play. And Sam Dalby, back at the 6-yard box, a header down to the left-hand side of Aston Oxford. Really good save, but the game's open now. There's lots of space for midfield players.
Good save.
There he is.
Oh, my goodness.
Santa Claus.
Oh, my goodness, it's me again. It's another goal. And it's another goal for Ayr United.
Wow.
We now lead this by 5 goals to 2.
What's going on?
I think it might have been Babbage. It was swung in from the right-hand side. A little glancing header. And Falkirk are wondering what's happened to them. They are all over the place now. Down to 10 men and trailing by 3 goals.
Linesman drops his flag here at McDermott, but puts his arm out to give the decision. Brilliant.
Whatever it takes. Some
Free
goals.
kick,
I'll just round up some goals here. Cooney of the South 2, Stennismuir 1, Corey O'Donnell in 64 minutes. Annan Athletic 4, up away at Dumbarton. Aidan Smith with the latest goal there. Forth Athletic 4, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Russell McLean on 65 minutes. Actually, right up to date. Actually, I'll go through all the scores for you because there's been a lot happening in the second half. Hibs 1, Ross County 1, Motherwell 3, Dundee United 2, St Johnstone 1, St Mirren 1. In the Championship, Airdrie 1, Morton 2, Ayr United 5, 10-man Falkirk 2, Hamilton Accies 2, Queen's Park 1, Wraith Rovers 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0. In League 1, Alloa Athletic 1, Montrose 1, Cove Rangers 0, Kelty Hearts 0, Dumbarton 1, Annan Athletic 4, Inverness Cardiff Thistle 0, Arbroath 1, Inverness down to 10 men, Queen of the South 2, Stennismuir 1. Stephen Craigan.
Oh, Glenn Middleton down the left-hand side. Lovely pick out to Louis Malt on the edge of the box. He's got his hands in his head already. He hit the shot. I don't know if the goalkeeper gets a touch, but it crashes off the crossbar.
If you could see Leanne's face.
He should never get, I don't know if he gets a touch or not, but he should never be getting a chance to get a touch. Just slot the ball either side of the goalkeeper.
Yep.
In your back level.
Honestly,
it's literally trying to take the leather off the ball.
The game's been so open, it's been a great watch. I mean, I wouldn't fancy being a manager in either aspect of this because it's too open.
Touch to that, you know.
In League 2, Elgin City 1, Stirling Albion 4, Forth Athletic 4, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Peterhead 1, East Fife 0, Spartans 2, Clyde 1, Stranraer 0, Edinburgh City 0. In England, Arsenal 0, Everton 0.
4-2! Tom Sparrow off the bench. They had 2 really good chances, Dundee United. Dalby had a chance, Malt had a chance, and up the other end, Tom Sparrow. Nice little link-up place to Matalopoulos, outside of his right foot. Just curled it into the bottom right-hand corner, past Jack Walton. 4-2!
Right, kick away, Rory.
2-0, and it's the substitute, Corey D. David. It came from a ball handling opportunity, believe it or not, in the box. He volleyed it, the keeper made the save, and the substitute, Corey D. David, was there to follow up and finish. Straight into the home crowd he goes. 2-0 Wraith Rovers, 15 minutes left for Dunfermline to salvage something.
2 substitutions here at Easter Road for each side. For Ross County, first of all, it's Victor Laturi.
Right, I just want to, sorry Mike, I see you jump in. Apologise for that language. I think it was at Rory's game there, so apologies. Emotions running high. It's a derby. Rory telling us how much that means to the players there, but Cody David with a goal in 74 minutes. Wraith Rovers 2, Dunfermline 0. Sorry, Michael.
I thought it was actually the Ross County subs that were going on first. They were the ones that were ready, but it's Hibs who have made the substitutions. Jack Iredale's gone off and Jordan Obita's gone on, and Campbell is gone. Campbell's gone on. And
what a chance.
I'm just trying to see who else it is that went off for Hibs.
Right, Michael.
It looks as if it was Junior Hoylett that's gone off and Josh Campbell's come on.
Thanks, Michael.
And then for Ross County.
Yeah, take it away, Alan.
It's a chance for St Mirren. Ray Wright tries to let the ball run out. It gets knocked back with the back heel, played into the box and back to Phillips, and he was on his left foot at the angle and he goes high over the top of the crossbar. But Stevie Robinson's clearly not happy, Kenny. He's made 4 changes, 1 enforced with Taylor, but the other 3 have come on. So he's trying to change the game and get themselves back in it, because St Johnstone have dominated the second half.
Well, the substitutions for Ross County, Ken, if you let me finish, actually, is Jordan White's come on, and that I think will be important, because the physicality of him up the top end of the park, I'm not sure Hibs are going to be able to handle that. He's come on, and Alex Samuel's gone off, and then also Latoure's gone on in the middle of the park for Scott Allardyce.
Right, thanks to Michael Stewart there. Rules have equalised home to Ipswich Town. Cunha with the goal in 72 minutes. We just saw a picture of Stuart Kettlewell in the stand there. He's serving a touchline ban, but there was a wee scare there, but goal given.
I think there was a VAR check for a possible handball in the build-up to the goal.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I watched it in the build-up and thought, I just wonder, but Declan Gallagher wasn't happy, but you're right, I think it was clear. I don't know if it hit his shoulder or where
there was a good few complaints, but they've obviously had a good look at it, and the decision's gone Motherwell's way. The goal stands, so Stuart Kettlewell will be pleased sitting up in the stand watching his.
Had another chance. Today. Moses Abayi, he's just on the pitch, and Staman Lopez had a great header, beat Declan Gallagher in the air. Abayi goes through and has a lovely strike down the right hand side. Jack Walton saves it, so could be more, and I think there's going to be more goals in this game. This is not finished yet.
Stephen, how good a game has this been this afternoon? It's been terrific, hasn't it?
Well, after the chat Stuart Kettlewell ahead of the game about style of play and about Route 1, there's no doubt there's been a distinct message given to the players, Kenny, because there's nowhere near as many longer balls or aimless balls up the pitch. There's more constructed moves, there's better passages to play. Midfielders, players are shown for the ball. The balls are going into the strikers' feet as opposed to into their throat or into their head. So there's been a message and there's been something worked on, because this is different. This is what the fans were watching at the start of the season, and then for a 5 or 6 game spell we went away from it, but we've got back to it today. And I think Dundee United are a good footballing side as well, so it's actually been a good game. It's not just on one side.
Penalty kick for Hibs. That is terrible defending for George Hammond. I think he might get sent off here.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not. It's a yellow card, because I just thought he might get sent off because he literally had 2 arms grabbing him. He's complaining. Now I don't know whether he's saying that
saying the foul's on him.
Aye, but from here it just looked as if he got caught wrong side and he was grabbing the Hibs player. It looked a penalty kick all day long for me. Not good defending. Hibs have got a penalty here.
On first viewing, it looked a penalty. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's a replay for Leanne to have a look at.
Yeah, penalty all day.
Yeah, he's pulled him down.
2 hands around him.
Yeah.
Right, big moment coming up at Easter Road. Elgin City 2, Stirling Albion 4. Golding pulling one back for Elgin on 74 minutes. That's you right up to date with all the latest scores. We'll stick with you, Michael, for this.
It's Nicky Cadden.
Yeah.
Nicky Cadden's one that. Oh, they're checking the penalty though.
Oh.
VAR checking the penalty. Possible foul.
Right.
All right. Okay.
It'll be interesting if this was to be reviewed or looked at again.
Ryan leaks over to the ref saying that there was a jersey getting pulled, and he's saying
Dwight Gale, maybe, Michael. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe we're just waiting for a replay of that.
Well, it's Dwight Gale that gets pulled down or possible offside now. So they first of all checked. No, first of all, it came up saying foul.
It did.
Aye.
And now
if it's
saying
a possible
offside,
then that might be the only thing they're checking. It looked to me more it was his arm that was slightly beyond, though. It's probably going to be as tight as one of the earlier decisions in the games.
This is a huge moment, isn't it?
It's
just in Hibs season, not just this game, Hibs season.
Yeah, well, first of all, they have to get the penalty, then they have to score it.
Yeah. A huge let-off for Hartman if it's not a penalty, because it was as clear as day in terms of it being a foul and 2 arms around the player.
Right, we're waiting here. Tense moments.
Penalty. It is a penalty.
Penalty given. Hibs could come from behind here, and you'd have to say Nicky Cadden has been their best player in recent weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's the number of good balls he's put in, so he's got a chance here to put a good one into the back of the net. Strikes the ball well.
It's an equaliser for Airdrie.
Yes, Golly, quickly.
Yes, it's 2-2. They've deserved it. I was just thinking there. if they don't leave here with their home ground with a point, then something is drastically wrong. But
He's
Wilson.
Oh my.
He tries to play it down the middle.
No, he
doesn't
not.
smash it. It looks as if it goes probably a couple of feet from down the middle.
Right.
Jack Hamilton dives to the side.
Do you think he came off his line early, Michael? I wonder if he came off his line early. That was my first reaction when I looked at the screen there. I may be wrong.
He's having a...
Yeah, and a quick look. Here we go, Leanne. Here we go.
The ref's holding the game up.
He's off his line, I think.
He's off, I think. He's off early.
I've got to be honest, I didn't think it looked.
Let's have another look. Another look at it.
It's going to be marginal.
Yeah. This is going to be very close.
Well, if it's marginal, just get on with the game.
I know.
It's
Let's play on.
Play on.
Wow.
Play on.
Right, back of his heel. Actually, I'm here. The back of his heel was just on the line.
Tell you
That
what,
was
it's a good check and it's a quick check as well.
Great. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You know what I
well
mean?
done,
Like,
officials.
these are the types
Absolutely.
of things you
That's
don't want
good
to
work.
just keep going.
Yeah, well done
That's
to
just one of
officials
those
there.
moments where David Gray's thinking, this isn't working for me, this management stuff, is it?
It's a good point, Stephen, isn't
You know
it? I
what
mean, there's nothing he
And it
can
was
do
the same
about
against
that.
St Mirren. Remember they get back to 2-2 against St Mirren, goal chalked off, right deep in the injury time.
Did they miss a penalty the other week?
Yeah.
As well?
Was it St Mirren they missed
St
one
Mirren.
against?
Yeah.
St Mirren
And
wasn't
then they
missed
had
a
the
penalty
goal in
as
the last
well.
minute where Gill was
That's right.
offside.
Hibs didn't deserve to be 2-1 up.
No, they don't, Michael.
They're not even close to deserving to be 2-1 up.
Right, let's get back to the champion. Ben Wilson with that equaliser, Gully.
Yes, Ben Wilson, the confirmed scorer there, and then Airdrie on the looking now for a winner here, but as are Greenock Morton. But this has been a tasty game in the second half, so I suppose about 12 minutes left here for a winner. Can Rhys McCabe's side find that all-elusive winner here?
Yeah, double for Ben Wilson there. Let's get back around the grounds. Alan Preston, what's happening with Dermot Park?
Jason Hall's just about to be booked. He falls over the ball. It's stuck between his legs.
It's another penalty. It's another penalty. Absolutely brutal defending. Ryan Leake, he pulls Josh Campbell's jersey at the back post.
My goodness.
It's 100%. Ross County are absolutely pressing kamikaze button here. Self-destruct. Unbelievable.
I mean, even...
It's going nowhere. The ball's running away from goal.
I know, but even in days, Michael, without VAR, you're not getting away with that.
Yeah.
So the fact that you know that these things are always going to be looked at, we're just getting a better look at it.
He's definitely pulled his shirt, hasn't
He does.
Well, he's
And there's
got
no
a hold
need
of
for
him and then he
It's
pulls his shirt, and he gets what he deserves here, I think.
just lazy.
Yeah. There's no need to
Here's
do
a
it
chance for
either.
St Johnstone, 3
Oh,
versus
wait
2.
a minute.
He's got to
VAR.
roll the DB in,
They're
surely.
checking a foul.
He's got to roll him in. His left-hand side. He goes himself. Kim
This is
Pioka.
carnage.
You can
Penalty's
hear the
getting
St Johnstone fans going mad.
Right,
There's a
Michael.
3 versus 2. He's just got to roll
Pass
it.
the ball.
Terrible,
It's
yeah.
getting held up.
Right,
VAR
Michael.
check, penalty for a foul. Something, I don't know, you guys will need to see the
There
replay.
was something before it, Michael, at the near post, I think, when the corner came in. There was
Just
definitely contact there,
there
wasn't there?
looks like there's a bit of grappling
Here we
in
go,
a few
here we
different
go.
areas. Is it
Oh, wait a
there?
minute. Did Bashiri foul?
Bashiri on...
This penalty is Ellie Yuhan if they get it.
Right, a quick goal update. Fulham back in front. Munez 2-1 up away at Liverpool. 10-man Liverpool. Andy Robertson sent off. It looked to me as if
Bashiri
Bashiri
on
may have fouled. Yeah,
Lipata, is
Lipata.
it maybe? But it looks as if it's been given.
Complete
No
is
foul.
given.
Oh, given.
By
Right,
the way-
okay, here we go. Who's taking it, Michael?
Yuhan.
All right, okay, here a big moment for Ellie Yuhan.
But would you say that Bashiri stops Lipata defending that properly?
Oh, off the inside of the post and in. 2-1 to Hibs.
Here we go, just watch that replay here.
You think it was a
Oh.
foul, Leanne?
I'd need to see it again, but there's definitely a coming together. Bashiri ends up in top of Lipata inside the 6. Whether they don't think that those players are kind of necessarily interfering with play or how things have kind of played out, but I'll keep an eye, hopefully they see it again.
Yes,
Mooney's
Al.
on, Kilty's off.
Not that it matters now.
Is 1-1 a fair reflection right now, Alan?
I think so, yes. St Mirren dominated the first half. St Johnstone better in the second, but Kim Pioka there. It's 3 versus 2. He's just got to pick his head up. So DB screaming to the left-hand side of him. Just roll him in and he's got a free effort to go. Goes himself. Good defending in the end. But it shouldn't have come to that.
Do you know what? Fair play, Ellie Yuhan. That was a decent penalty, wasn't it? There was a lot of pressure there, Leanne.
Aye, big penalty, big moment. Certainly when you've missed a penalty as a team in these types of games.
Another substitution. Ronan Hale's coming on and Josh Nisbet's going off.
Right, so let's go back to Fir Park. What's happening there? United pushing for that equaliser?
Well, it's 4-2, so they're pushing.
Oh,
to
sorry,
make it
I've
4-3,
lost
Kenny.
track. On you go.
No, listen, there's been lots of action, there's been lots of subs, changes of shape, everything. There's lots going on. There's been more chances, crossbars been hit, goalkeeper saved. It's been a terrific afternoon for football. Ultimately, if you're Dundee United fan, you don't think that's the case, but credit to the players who are pushing on. Declan Gallagher's come off, Trapanovski's come on. They went 4-4-2. They're really forcing the issue. Motherwell are pinned back in. They're playing counter-attacking football. If Dundee United can get another goal now, that gives them, 10, 12 minutes to get back into it again. They became a little bit desperate because they've got 3 centre forwards up the pitch. Sometimes rather than go through midfield, you think, well, there's 3 of them, let's stir it up and hope one of them can get it. So they've just got to go back to constructing their moves and being a bit more patient. But certainly, I don't think it's done yet.
Some messages coming in. I'll come back to you in a minute. Stephen, I want to put one to you that's come in from a listener. So Hibs 2, Ross County 1, Motherwell 4, Dundee United 2, St Johnstone 1, St Mirren 1. In the Championship, Airdrie 2, Morton 2. What a game at Somerset
Surely.
Park.
Goal! goal, St Johnstone, they've turned it around. The strikers, wait to see this pass from Jay Wright. Absolutely brilliant, up the inside of the full-back. And Kimpioka this time makes the right choice. He opens up his body and he passes it into the back of the net. Complete turnaround in this game. St Johnstone 2, all the strikers, St Mirren 1.
It goes against Kenny's narrative before the game, doesn't it?
What was that?
Yeah, we're cutting Allen off when he was talking about it before, and you went, oh, I wonder how the fans will be after the game if they don't get their win then.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. They've been playing better football, but the results haven't been coming.
Yeah, well,
and Alan was saying they were very poor in the first half.
They're looking pretty good now, aren't they?
You're concentrating your game Easter Road. Right, let's move on. Scottish Championship. Airdrie 2, Morton 2, United 5, Falkirk 2. Falkirk down to 10 men early on there. Hamilton Accies 2, Queen's Park 1, Wraith Rovers 2, Dunfermline 0. In League 1, Alloa Athletic 1, Montrose 1, Cove Rangers 0, Kelty Hearts 0. Dumbarton 1, Annan Athletic 5, 10-man Inverness, Carly Thistle 0, Arbroath 1, Queen of the South 2, Stenhouse Muir 1 in League 2, Elgin City 2, Stirling Albion 4, Forth Athletic 5, Bonnyrigg Rose 1, Peterhead 1, East Fife 0, Spartans 2, Clyde 1, Stranraer 0, Edinburgh City 0. In England, Arsenal 0, Everton 0, Liverpool 1, Fulham 2, Newcastle United 4, Leicester City 0, Wolves 1, Ipswich 1, 5:30 start, Nottingham Forest at home to Aston Villa. Stephen Craig and Brian Russell, Motherwell fan, he was with us on the phones last week between 5:30 and 7 o'clock. I think you just touched on this. He said, I think Stuart Kettlewell was listening to our chat in Sports on last Saturday. What a difference this week. Stephen Craig is spot on about the change in style of play, Stephen.
Yeah, it's just players making better decisions on the ball and not going route one all the time. I'd said Liam Gordon's a prime example where he's an out-and-out defender. He just wants to clear the ball. But today he's actually taking a touch and looking for midfield and missing out centre-halves and kept trying to give it the wing-back. So clearly there's something they've worked on, something they've spoken about. Stuart's not probably going to come on and admit that, but there's definitely a distinct change in their style of play and their patient build-up. But they've also had a little bit of variety because they can go long when they want to. But having that mix, I think, has helped them in their performance. Has been much better to watch.
The strikers are causing havoc now. They're like the Red Devils. Wait, you see them? Brilliant.
Yeah, just watching it come in here now. What have they made of St Mirren? We spoke before the game, Alan. It's been a bit of a stop-start season for them. They've been struggling a wee bit of late, and that was a sore one, losing that late goal to Tony Watt last weekend in Paisley.
I think Stevie Robinson will be disappointed, especially in the second half, and had so much control in that opening 45 minutes without really creating much. Scored a good goal, had another half chance, but in the second half they've never been in it. You know, St Johnstone have had a few chances, they've scored a couple of goals. Better decision making from Kimpioka, Kudoro Sidibe in for possibly another one. The turnaround has been incredible. So St Mirren will be disappointing. You know, bad result last week, heading towards a bad result this week again.
We are Scottish Football on Twitter. Stuart Kettlewell is the obvious choice to be next Hibs manager for the job. He's done well at Motherwell. David Gray is tactically inept, and clearly first job is way too big for him. It's a big job, no doubt at all about that, but they've turned things around. Michael Stewart at home to Ross County there. They seem to be doing pretty well, pretty much on top in the second half.
Hibs?
Yeah.
Well, they're certainly... I'm loath to, go overboard here.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near as bad as they were in the first half. Ross County have not been as good. So territorially, yes, the game's been played a lot further up the park for Hibs. But I wouldn't exactly say that they've been, brilliant in the second half. And this last 12 minutes plus injury time are going to be huge, because if they manage to see the game out, they can point towards getting 3 points and being off the table and going 8th. And if they don't, it's really, this is how much on a knife edge this game is as Martin Boyle comes on for Dwight Gill. If they concede within this last 10 minutes or so, it just feels like everything's falling apart again.
As the league table stands just now, Kenny, what a game tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, come on, Hearts.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a biggie.
11-12 as it stands just now, yeah.
Who would have thought that? Montrose back in front against Alloa Athletic. Kane Hester with a goal in 89 minutes, 2-1. They are ahead there. Let's get back. Check any further action down there at Somerset Park.
Non-stop, but I think in terms of where the points are going, that's all over, Kenny. It's a big win for Ayr United, and it's a big help to Livingston as well, I have to say. but it's a statement from Ayr United. They've been magnificent at times. That flurry of action in the first half with all these goals flowing in, 4 goals in 6 minutes, quite incredible. And it's much of it's turned to that red card early in the game, of course, for Falkirk. They played most of the game with 10 men. They battled well, but there's been a desire and a hunger about Ayr United this afternoon that's been missing in times this season, and maybe they've reawakened. They're still 7 points behind Falkirk at the top, but certainly they've sent out a message.
Yeah, no doubt at all about that. It's been a pretty disappointing campaign for Dunfermline so far, and behind at Starks Park, Rory.
Yeah, they are, and there's not been a lot in the game for large spades of the match. However, Raith Rovers have shown that bit of extra quality. The man who did show it in the first instance was Dylan Easton, and unfortunately for Raith Rovers, he went down off the ball. The pass was coming into him. He tried to angle his body to receive the pass, and he just dropped to the floor. Looks like he's maybe hurt his knee. He did try and get back up and play on, but that looks like it is potential to be a bad one. Fingers crossed for Dylan Easton and Raith Rovers it's not. But yeah, he produced a good moment of quality in the first half, putting one in the top corner. Dunfermline have huffed and puffed, but they've not done enough, and it looks like Raith Rovers are going to see the game out.
Any sign of a winner, Gully Singh, Airdrie against Morton?
No, I think this one's going to end 2-2 here. Airdrie have been knocking at the door, but Chris Mockery, the substitute, he came on about 82 minutes. He tested Mullen at close range.
Oh, Jack Allen's missed it! Oh, it's out for a corner. Lucky boy.
Right, Michael.
Ball got passed back to him.
Oh no!
He's going nuts at Laturi. I don't know why.
No.
And he goes to swipe it. It must take a bobble, perhaps. I don't know. But fortunately for him, it just comes off his boot and goes past the post and not into the net.
Nuts. I don't know why he does. He just puts his hand up and go, sorry guys.
It took a bobble.
Because it's not Laturi's fault. He's literally missed the ball.
Typical keeper.
Surely! Goal! St Mirren! 2-2!
Oh wow.
What a game.
Let's bring Michael into this, Alan.
The goalie makes a mistake there, an absolute mistake, the keeper. It comes in, just trying to see who it was. Hold on a minute, Kenny.
Come on, Kenny. Come on, Michael, jump in.
Oh, Kenny, you're getting away with it, huh? Yeah, you're happy to see St Johnstone losing a goal, huh?
No, absolutely not. Happy to see any goal being scored. Liverpool back on level terms. Fulham 2-2. Diogo Jota with the goal there in 86 minutes. Alan, describe
just
that
you
goal.
Concentrate on your pronunciation, Kenny.
Alan, describe the
goal.
goal.
The back post headed back. The keeper's all over the place. He tries to get it, he flaps it and knocks it down into the middle of the box. And there's Mooney, the substitute, coming onto it and is smashing it home from about 8 yards. 2-2. Good game. Told you.
Oh my word!
Michael.
Rocky Bashiri.
Oh, good header.
And here's Ross County. They're into the box. Chilvers is on it.
Oh, it's 4-3! Game is on. I think it's Kevin Holt this time. I said it was him with the penalty. I was wrong, but I think it's him this time. 86 minutes on the clock. A delightful cross on the right-hand side. I think it was Lucas Stevenson, was it? It was Kai Fotheringham, actually, and Kevin Holt from about 12-14 yards down to the left-hand side of Aston Ox. But I said this game wasn't dead, and it's still not 4-3.
This goal's not been given yet. There's a check.
Right, okay, we're having a wee look now.
Don't know what for.
Here we go. Just waiting for a replay.
Kenny praying it's given.
That's very unfair.
See, this is
very true.
Right, here we go, Liam. We're still waiting for a
possible
replay.
offside, they're saying.
Right, okay. So it was Mooney with the goal in 88 minutes, drawing St Mirren level. Here we go, Leanne. So the ball comes in. Just having a look here.
Goal's given.
Goal given, right, okay.
Yeah.
Was it maybe for a foul at the back post, Liam?
No, it was an offside, they're saying.
Were they? Didn't look yet.
No, it didn't ever look offside, I would need to say.
Right, Evan Mooney with the equaliser there. St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 2.
Oh, here's a chance. Akil Wright. Oh, it's just over the bar. I think it's a deflection. Corner.
Right.
This is nervy stuff.
Chance for St Mirren, they win it. Good save. Clean through. It's all Lasagna with it.
Can't cope with today. This is nuts, isn't it?
Flag eventually goes up.
Calm down, Kenny.
Very much game on at Fir Park, Stephen Craig.
Oh, it is indeed. Dundee United putting everyone forward and falling to the good header, Dan Casey. There's just, I mean, the whole play, barring Jack Walden, everybody was on the edge of the 18-yard box of Motherwell. Everybody was on the edge of the box and the ball was bouncing about. They've got it cleared. Moses Zabai has chased it down. But yeah, Dundee United, they have to go for it. They might as well lose 5-3, lose 4-3. So they're just doing everything forward.
7 added minutes at McDermott. Plenty of time to go.
Excellent. We want more of this today. It's been absolutely fantastic. And actually, Michael, you've probably got a fair bit to go there. It's quite a late start the second half.
Oh, why did the ref not play on there? Laturi won the ball off of Nicky Cadden, it looked like, and he was going to be able to drive to the byline and into the box. He's given Ross County a free kick. Chance for we've got 5 minutes plus injury time here.
And there'll be a fair bit with the 2 VAR checks, you think, as well, for the penalties. Yep. So a long way for Hibs to hang on here. That's a clear foul, isn't it? He's grabbing the guy's shorts there. So a chance, Michael, for County, but a bit of pressure in there because they've seen how suspect this Hibs defence is. Yeah,
they've put in some good balls in the last couple of minutes from corners and general crosses. And here's George Harman. He's got a chance to put one in. Ross County have got lots of bodies in there. They've got lots of height as well. Lapata, right. Jordan White as well now. And Randall is right round the back post, completely unmarked, whether he'll get the space to
Oh, what a chance to win it, Nicky Clark. What a brilliant ball in. That is from Matty Smith. And he's 5 yards out. Heads it over the crossbar. Free header.
Good chance.
Full time, Kenny. Somerset Park.
Every 2, Greenock 2.
Brilliant, thanks, guys. Great job today from Chick Young there. What a fantastic match at Somerset Park. In terms of that title race in the Championship, it's very much game on, particularly after that win for Livingston last night and a big win for Ayr United this afternoon. Michael, is it that we've got a corner now?
It's a corner now. It was a very good ball and it got headed away for Josh Campbell. Another good ball in for the corner. Oh, it's somehow, I don't know who, but it bounced off and went out the box. Now Hibs are just desperately trying to get bodies out.
Great delivery, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant corner. Brilliant corner.
It's still sort of down in Hibs' defensive third. Chilvers is down in the wing. It's out for a shy now.
Right, shy there, and still both sides pushing for a win at McDermott Park.
Oh, they are. Well, Lasanya's almost through. That's got to be the... Oh, here we go. The referees may play on. There's going to be repercussions to this.
Park, right for
a shout for a handball. This game's got to finish about 26. Shot saved. The referee's lost the plot here, I'm telling you now. He's going to have to book somebody. He's going to have to book Sanders, who's pulling Olasanya. Olasanya gets up and shoves Sanders in the face.
We're calling
the ball
penalty.
breaks back. There's a shot that hits. I think it's Holt in the arm. Back into the keeper's arms.
Right,
this is going to have to be all looked at.
This is going to have to be given. So Arbroath looked to sealed away Inverness, Cali Thistle. Gavin Riley with the goal there, 93 minutes. Cali Thistle 0, Arbroath 2. Stephen Craig, and quickly from yourself, what's happening? Third part.
Yeah, Trapanovsky cut in from the left-hand side, fizzed the shot towards goal. I was looking towards it. I thought it was going to go into the corner, but Aston Oxford grabbed the ball, and I can tell you, everyone around me had a huge sigh of relief. There's a little bit of pressure. The tension's building around Fir Park, and we've still 3 minutes to go.
See if you want to calm things down a bit. I've just looked at the music coming on tonight. Scott Allen's choosing some great tunes. I think we all just need something calm this evening. Right, actually, no,
we've got VAR checks galore here.
Right, do you know what? So we just had a look at one.
I don't even know where to start.
I
don't know what they must be looking at first.
Here anyway for somebody.
It's got to be Sanders on.
Was that a stamp? Was that a stamp?
Yellow card. Then Olasanya then shoves him to the ground. He's got a yellow card.
I've seen the shove. That looks a yellow card. That's the only one that.
Sanders has pulled his jersey, so he's got one as well. What about the penalty?
That's part one.
I mean, there's a lot. So here we go, Leanne. Here's the first instance. The ball goes through, bounces off Olasanya. He's pulled back.
Yeah.
Clearly pulled back.
Yeah. He's got a yellow.
And then he reacts.
Yellow.
And he's coming over to look at what we don't know. Potential. I don't know. Is it a penalty or is it a red card?
Well,
I don't know. They've not said. They've just got VAR on the board. This is where I would love the fans to know what's going on. We don't know what they're looking at. Potentially, I thought it was a handball. But you might get to see it, the edge of the box.
And this far, we're not even able to help, Alan, because we've not seen anything else that indicates what's been checked. We'll see it hopefully when it goes to the screen. The referee is there now.
Right, so here we are. So look at something in the box.
No, they're all at it. So
handball.
That's a penalty, isn't it?
Penalty for St Mirren.
Right, Lance calling that one. I think
don't know who the player is. Fully turns his back in the ball, arms outstretched.
Have you seen a number? Is it Holt?
Hits to me. Lower arm.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Penalty.
Yeah.
I've got to say, Ewan Anderson's never great. I would like to see the shape of his telly. Honestly. It's been round at times when I've watched them. This one's square eventually, but he's got to work on his shape.
Jason Holt turns his back in the ball.
Handball.
This will be the opposite end to the St Mirren fans, Alan, won't it?
No fans behind.
No fans behind. Yep.
There's going to be 8 minutes injury time at Easter Road.
Oh, wow.
Right, yeah.
At least a couple of goals in that 8 minutes. That's it. A couple of penalties maybe as well.
It's been crazy. 3 games in the top flight, 3 in the Championship today we've covered. It's been mental, isn't it?
It's been great.
Oh, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Right, okay, so penalty, Alan Preston, McDermott Park.
And it's O'Hara's going to take it. He's very cool. He's been great over the years. I think he's missed a couple, but
he missed
not
one
many.
recently. I think he missed one recently, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's usually very calm and doesn't smash them normally, just usually side foots them.
Huge moment.
It's massive here.
Alan Preston,
Raise the
take this
goalkeeper.
away.
The referee's making sure everyone is out the box. He's going to take this right-footed. The referee's still speaking to the VAR. What's going on? Something else is going on here. The referee's got his hand to his right ear.
This is unfair on O'Hara,
I don't know what's going on
here. This is a heck of a way.
Again, we don't know. He's now on the. We can see him on the board. The referee. He's talking to some of clearly his VAR guys. But what about? He's given the penalty.
Yep.
Why are we not letting the penalty commence? I don't get it. He's now walking back over to see the goalkeeper, speaking to him.
I wonder if there's something that's
Something has gone off while the referee was looking at the television. Something was going off between Kimpioka.
I've never seen anything like this before.
This is going.
Surely you'd wait till after the penalty if there's been something going on.
Here we go now. He's given a penalty, but
is he given the?
He's given the penalty. Yes, the penalty's been given.
Yeah.
But he's now pointing to the spot. The penalty will be taken.
Okay.
But clearly,
so what was all that about?
That was bizarre.
I think there was a altercation with Kimpioka in the middle of the
Thanks, Stephen Cragen. Right, Alan, take this away. Says Mark O'Hara.
Mark O'Hara's going to take
captain.
this. Yeah. Massive, really big for St Mirren and St Johnson, really, in the grand scheme of things. He comes up nice and slowly. Great save!
Whoa!
Nice to his left hand side. The keeper so casual. The penalty. The little stuttery run. Not a great penalty. But it's going to be check to see if he's on his line or not.
It looked tight. It was a dreadful penalty, Alan, wasn't it?
Yeah, really poor.
Right down the middle.
Good hold.
No pace.
Good height for the keeper.
Kenny Willen, the goalkeeper, off his line.
It looked tight, Michael, I have to say. This is a big moment. Here we go, Leanne. What do you think?
Nah, he's good, I think.
Do you think he's maybe his back foot?
You should maybe see it better there, Kenny.
He's near. Is his TV closer to me? I think it's probably similar to one earlier on Easter Road. His back foot's probably
looks
just
okay. It's a poor penalty. Goalkeeper's height.
His body's
just
forward.
Off centre.
Yeah. Any announcement, Alan?
Nothing. Still waiting.
Taking slightly longer than the check at Easter Road anyway.
They want to get it correct.
Yeah.
It's so vital. This could be massive for both clubs. The referee's got his hand to his ear again. And the thing is, this will be factual. He's either, off his line or he's not. Hold on.
It was very quick.
It's another penalty. He's given another one. This is incredible.
And wait a minute, Michael, you've got
his line then.
Late transfer county there.
Oh, it's flicked away.
This is unbelievable, by the way. What a day this has been, Kenny.
I loved it. Do you know what? Oh, my transfer county.
It almost went into the back post away for another corner.
Right, is Mark O'Hara taking this one again, Al?
We don't know yet. We're just trying to see. The referee's trying to clear the box.
Oh my God, what a time. What's going through your head?
Look at Valacari's face.
Oh, he's looking to the heavens, isn't he?
So the keeper was off his line?
Yes. It was tight. It was really tight, Michael, I have to say. It was a terrible penalty. Terrible penalty, but... So here we go. So who's taking this one?
12, is it? It's up the far end. Idowu, is it? I think he's taking it.
It is.
Yeah, so here we go. Right, big moment again.
Nice and slow.
Right, Alan,
walks back.
over to you.
Keeper's on his line again. What way will he go? Up he comes.
Oh!
Right down the middle, into the back of the net. St Mirren lead 3-2. 99th minute.
It's a third goal for Hibs. I just wonder, was Josh Campbell offside?
I wonder if maybe a
push. We've got fans on the pitch here at McDermott Park, which isn't great, but we've got supporters on the pitch.
So
right, that's poor.
It looks like it's 3-1, but I do wonder whether Josh Campbell was just in front of the ball, no?
I don't know, I thought he was...
I wonder if there's a wee push.
Nah,
Do you think so?
No, well, I'll tell you what, it was terrible defending from Ross County.
Yeah.
They've had a corner, the ball's come out.
Okay.
James Brown has got all the time in the world. He takes ages, he doesn't kick it properly, it comes off the back of Yuan, drops in the middle of the park, they play it forward.
That's a push.
They play it forward and he's complaining that Ellie Yuan pushed him.
In terms of being onside, Michael.
I'm saying push. Leanne's shaking the hand, not sure.
I'll need to see it.
Yeah, here we go, Leanne.
I don't think there's an upset.
He's charging in, looking for a...
He's got to defend better.
Yeah,
I think
he overcommits himself. He comes. Yeah,
I don't know why he's trying to header it.
Yeah.
Just get your body back in and
look at the clock
and win the duel.
It's 1 minute past 5, and we are still playing here.
I'm 100 minutes now,
What's the goal tally now after first count?
It's been brilliant. Absolutely fantastic, you'd have to say. So St Mirren, with that late penalty in the 99th minute.
They're checking it for a possible foul.
Right, okay.
Now, why could they not have checked it at the same time that Yusuf? Oh, he's getting called over. He's coming over. The ref is coming over. He's been told to come over. You guys passed
I
it.
think it's a bad decision from Brown in terms of he tries to go and header the ball. He's not in a position to go and header the ball, and it looks to me it's just a wee lean, a wee nudge as there would be, a bit of physical contact. Didn't look anything more.
Well, this is a
we'll
huge
hopefully
one.
get another angle here. We're going to see it again.
A huge one, because there'll be 5 minutes.
I'm not having that. That for me is not a foul.
I don't think there's any push.
He literally almost like just his elbow.
I think the ref's shaking his head.
It's a slight lean
He's
at
shaking his
best,
head.
Michael.
He's watching the screen and he's shaking his head. I'm looking down there.
It's no hands.
He's taking ages. He's still watching it.
I don't think it's enough.
Sure?
It's not enough.
Nah, I'm not having that, Kenny. That's happening all over the pitch thousands of times in a game. That's the type of physical contact you would expect.
He's still shaking his head.
I think he makes an absolute deal of it.
If he just stands
tomorrow.
If Brown just stands his ground here and just protects the ball with
Here
his
we go.
body.
The ref is giving the goal.
Well, you guys called it correctly. Josh Campbell with that goal in the 94th, and that will wrap up the points for Hibs coming from behind. They were struggling in the first half. Michael was telling us how bad that defending was, but crucially, they got that goal in the 6th minute of first half stoppage time. They've gone on to build that 3-1 up now at home to Ross County with just a few minutes to go. Still playing in Perth, Alan.
102 minutes. There goes the final whistle. St Johnstone have lost by 3-2 against St Mirren.
Yeah, but do you know what? Just looking at the
Oh!
Calm down, Mike. We've had enough.
Can't say anymore.
Oh my word! Look at. Did you see it?
Another big fresh air swipe. What an afternoon, to be fair. Michael, listen, we spoke about Ross County in the first half. They did pretty well, but they've been non-existent in this second half.
As an attacking
defensively, when you look at it, when Don Cowie goes and breaks his goals down and the penalty decisions from his players, they've thrown him under a bus this afternoon with the way they've went about this second half.
So the problem is now, Leanne, they're banging trouble, aren't they?
No, that's what I mean. It's so tight down the bottom, and you've got players just pulling jerseys and giving penalties away for fun. It's not acceptable. Not when you're in a dogfight.
In that first half, they were so on top, and crucially losing that goal right in the stroke. It changes everything,
and
doesn't
it can lure you into a vulnerable position where you feel that you are the dominant side. But when you've only got that 1-goal advantage for as long as they did in the first half, then you concede right at the death into injury time. You then start to feel sorry for yourself, and they've come out the second half and they've not performed. They've not really created from anything that I can remember. Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hibs have, at points rode their luck and had a couple of moments. They've probably finished the more dominant side.
Michael, Hibs have been poor today, but would you say they deserve to win this game from what you've seen in the second half in particular?
There's a ball into the box here. I've got to be honest. Everything that Leanne said about Ross County is fair comment.
A draw would probably have been a fair result.
They have, but you know what? At the end of the day, Hibs are going to come away from here with 3 points, and they've not played particularly well, so they can continue to try and look at the positives. I would suggest if they did just purely that, they're missing some serious issues that are lying, just creeping under the surface. Well, not even creeping under the surface, that are quite apparent. They're going to win the game, they're going to go up to 8th in the table, but there should be no illusions that the amount of work that's needed here, because Ross County should have been further ahead, and if Hibs are playing against teams of better quality, they would have been absolutely dead and buried in that first half, and there would have been no way back for them.
Yeah, no doubt at all about that. We'll hear from both managers, and actually first up is a Hibs fan who's at the game. Always like it in fans who've just come out the ground, they're raw, and my goodness, the Hibs fans have been through all the emotions again this afternoon at Easter Road. Actually, so have fans of all clubs today. Dundee United 4-3 defeat for them at Motherwell. Stephen Craigan telling us what a fantastic match there. Again, real drama right at the death at McDermott Park. St Johnstone 2, St Mirren 3. Idua with a retaken penalty in the 99th minute there. Real drama, and you feel that was an important victory for St Mirren this afternoon. They've not been great this season. At one point it very much looked like the home side were on top there. They had chances, but St Mirren made them pay.
Johan's run through on goals, chance to make it 4. No. Heavy touch in the end. Jack Hamilton. It's a bye kick. How was it a bye kick? What happened there? Anyway, the game's pretty much over, but just looked as if the goalkeeper saved it and it went past the post.
I thought that as well. Ross County have had a few shockers defensively as well, even that leads to that chance.
Yep.
Well, you look. We've had goals in minutes 81, 87, 88, 94, and 99. We've also had a missed penalty, a couple of VAR checks as well. All in the
That's just
last.
for minute 80.
That's from minute 81. I mean, that's just crazy. It's brilliant, like. I'm running out of paper here, Leanne. I sent for another notebook.
Game over. 3-1, and we reached the 100 minutes on the clock. 3-1 to Hibs.
Well done to Hibs. David Gray, it's been a difficult time for him. You've got to give him credit. Somehow they got that victory today. It feels like a big victory for the home side. So 3-1 to Hibs against Ross County. Motherwell 4, Dundee United 3, St Johnstone 2, Hibs 3. So after the news, we're going to go round the grounds, get a bit more detail from the guys. There's been so much to talk about this afternoon. Of course, we'll get reaction from the managers and the fans from 5:30. Stay tuned with us in sports, and we're back right after the BBC Radio Scotland news at 7 minutes. Yes, 7 minutes past 5.
On digital radio.